There we go. Let's get some games in. Gotta get my storage decay days back up because I'm running out. Didn't play on the weekend, so I'm running out. So, time to stream and get some games back up. Hell yeah. Farm some more clips as well. Ooh, first person into the stream, and they're not even saying first. We do some top specific videos or educational top stream. Well, I don't think I'll make top lane specific videos per se. What I find is that because I have an audience that isn't specific to one role, what happens if I make a video that is specific to a role is it just performs badly. The way that YouTube's algorithm works is that it presents your content to the people who most likely watch all of it. So basically people who are just in the middle of binging it. And then from there it expands out to an audience that sees a little bit less, and it just keeps going out until the audience becomes more niche. And, you know, it goes from someone who watches every video to someone who's watched a video recently to someone who's subscribed and watches occasionally, all the way out to someone who's never heard of you. So if it presents it to the first lot of people and the video doesn't perform well, it just dies. Simply put. So if I came out and made a video that was like the top 10 champions in Dota, no one would click on it because everyone who subscribes to me doesn't play Dota and they don't watch Dota videos, and so they wouldn't click on it. And so what happened is YouTube would just kill the video at 5k views and it would never get presented to the Dota community, right? Whilst if I made a brand new channel and I said, these are the top champions in Dota, and I gave it to a bunch of random people, somewhere along the line, there would be people who play Dota, and it would pick up and have a chance and maybe do something. So I think it's same in that sense. It's like a lot of YouTubers would be, I'm a top lane main, I make top lane videos, and if they make a video about support, I don't think it would perform well, but if they make one about top, of course it will. Their whole audience is top players. That's what happens to me. I make a video on top lane, probably 75% of people don't play top lane and they don't care. So, like, I think it'll just get half as many clicks when people see the title thumbnail as other videos, and thus the video would die. So I generally keep things pretty generic. That makes sense. Or if it is, you know, a role specific, it's something that suits most roles. You know, it'd be like laning tips. It works for 4 out of 5 roles. It's good enough, right? Am I good? Yeah, I'm doing well. I don't know why, but I can't work efficiently today. I mean, I can. Look, I made half a video, and I worked very efficiently up until about an hour ago, and then it went time to start on a new video, and I've sat here for an hour and done nothing. And I said, well, either end my day at 2 p.m. and then feel guilty all night because I only worked until 2 p.m. and ended my day early, which is pretty bad for a Monday, or I just do something useful. So I click start stream. It's a nice way for me to justify chilling out and playing some games instead of editing. And then I can say that I'm still working because League of Legends is still my job, right? What is Roa on Kassadin? First item not good? I don't know. Go look up Kassadin builds. I don't know, man. I don't know. So is it hard to rebrand or change your main topic per se? I mean, it can be. Like, I think that you see it a lot with YouTubers, right? A good example would be Donkey. Donkey did, like, he was only League of Legends content, right? He made League of Legends videos, and that's it. And then one day he said, I'm not making League of Legends content anymore. The only thing is, Donkey had such a good personality that when he made his next video about a different game, people watched it. But most content creators, when they don't want to make a video about the game they're known for, they pick something else. It doesn't perform well, right? I think that's a similar story with trying to branch out too much. What do I want to play here? I picked Rakan. I can be... Oh, we banned Poppy? What the hell, man? Alright, I want to do something absolutely egregious and just pick Lulu. You guys believe it? I'm going to play a game of Lulu on stream. I don't know what happened to me, but I play all the engage supports, and because I'm not playing Pro anymore, I'm not playing Enchanters near as much, and I actually feel like playing a game of Lulu for once. As strange as that sounds. So, it was to learn how to play Lulu. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm a Chad Lulu, so... let's see some Chad Lulu gameplay. Oh, shit. They've got a lot of engage for a fucking Lulu to have to live through. Alright. Yeah, guys, definitely take Cosmic Insight, because I'm getting fucking Ornaltied. Let's play Lulu. Why not? This will be fun. I cleaned the desktop? Yeah, I did. I finished the video. But no, I think when I was first starting YouTube, I had a lot of people say to me, like, you need to make your content more specific. You can't make League of Legends content. You should make support or jungle content. And I was like, why can't I make League content? If I make one role specific content, don't I just lose 80% of my audience? And they're like, yeah, but you got to be specific because top laners want to watch top lane videos and learn about top lane. And I was like, why can't I teach everything? I will. I'll just keep it generic. And then I've done it for years and it's worked. So I think I was right there, but of course it presents the benefit is my audience is 80% bigger. Detriment is that you have to tiptoe around some things occasionally, you know, but it's fine. It's not that bad. All right, let's play Lulu. Not gonna lie, bit of a weird Lulu game, but I've got 380 carries, so can't complain about that. Our comp fucking sucks though. We've got like basically no fucking tank or engage. That's what happens when you pick Lulu. Anyway, it's fine. No Gwen in the Kog'Maw Lulu team comp? Hey, Scuffy. You remember that one reference from a video? We talked about it. That was smart. Okay, well... Let's do it. Let's farm some clips, and let's farm some clips on some potato champs. Let's make the people understand how to play Lulu like a Chad. That'd be good. Thanks, Joseph. You wrote a very nice message. It's nice to get the nice messages. Today I'm not the most inspired to be useful, so I like the support. I can't believe how well last video I posted did. What's it at now? Let me check. Let me check the views of my last video because it's absolutely bonkers. God, it's done some crazy numbers. I think it's my best performing video of all time. Okay. All right, focus in the game, guys. All right, you guys want to know the tech of dominating lane on Enchanter? Go start in lane, right? Go start in lane. It gives you a massive benefit if you have positional advantage before the first wave arrives. So here's what you do. You're on straight to lane. Straight to lane. Don't fuck around. You've got to control the lane bushes. So, base gate drops, so on straight to lane. You run in at this angle. If you run at this angle, you'll see if they cross into the center bush. They didn't cross in, that means I can start in the center bush, throw my Q at that bush, means they're not in it. I can now take control of all 3 lane bushes, right? I outrange my opponent, so what I want to do is be able to hit them. There you go, like that. Okay. Good trade by them, we'll give them that. But I need to start in the middle lane bush with a ward in the 3rd lane bush. Now he has nowhere to hide. Lulu outtrades every support in the game. Look at my runes. I've got Scorch for bonus damage, I've got Airy for bonus damage, and my auto attacks on my passive make me the highest damage champion in the game for long trades at this level. I'm insane. I'm so OP. Rakan cannot match me in a 1v1. So this is what you do on Enchanters. We want to isolate trades to a 1v1. By having vision of both lane bushes, I can always attack him. Right? So watch how I utilize this bush. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step out, auto attack the enemy, and then step back into the bush in order to drop creep aggro, and with that I can be super dominant in the lane. So Q through the wave. I'm trying to proc Scorch if I can. Okay, so he brought the sweeper, which was smart by him. Now I want to put my Scorch on cooldown, so I throw Q when it's up. Every time that mana flow comes up, I'm going to throw a Q out. Just watch that mana flow. Every time it comes up, we throw a Q out. There we go, not bad. Now it's back up, so I want to look for a trade. I want to get that Scorch mana flow cycling on cooldown again. So here we go. We focus poke onto champions, not the tower. Always focus poke onto champions, not the tower. Very good early trade so far. Now let's get this wave shoved in because we want to get a hard reset. Mana flow's back up, so let's not let that cooldown sit for too long. There we go. That mana flow Scorch is back on cooldown. Cycling again. Now where'd their jungler path? He started red, which means he's pathing bot side, so we have to keep an eye on that. Very good. So the jungler's pathing down. That's fine. Now we should slow push here, Yanara. Slow push, because we're going to die a lot more minions if you slow push, my friend. Now this guy's alone, so he's not allowed to farm minions. So walk up to him and say, nope, not allowed. Not allowed to farm minions, my friend. I'm going to hold my skill here. Potentially if a fight happens, I want W. If not, I want 2 points in E, as it's more mana efficient poke. Now, we fast push this wave in order to get a reset, and it would probably be a good idea to reset coming up. So what I'm going to do... Both junglers are bot side for the crab. So I want to fog towards bot side and then potentially recall a vision, but let's see. What are we doing here, Elise? I just want to recall, my friend. What are we doing here, man? Go take your crab. You got the crab secure. I don't know why you're doing all this. We just recall, man. He's making me delay my recall. But hey, pretty good early lane so far. Can't complain. Can't complain at all at that start. We're up 10 CS. We're farming mana flow sparks. So what's my mana flow at now? 100? Not too bad. Could be better. Okay, Rakan's roaming. A little bit annoying. I don't think I need to match it. It's not too pressing. I'm just going to go shoot him in the face. Yeah, he's got no wards to place, so he's only here to gank. So let's just try and chunk him if he's hiding here. He's not. Alright, no point ganking mid. I just want to get back to bot lane. What is he doing? Okay. Fair enough. I can get the inside track and get back to bot lane before him here. Now, I know their jungler went back to top side. His camp spawned top side about 30 seconds ago. And I got the inside track on Rakan here, so I'm just going to ping my ADC to come up, and I'm going to try and chunk him on his way back to lane. He's got no potions, so any damage I get is permanent. Accidentally shielded myself instead of eating their Rakan. Oopsie daisy, my bad. But I basically solo killed the guy. I basically solo killed the guy. If I used my spells more like a human, it would have worked. Didn't even come close to dying there, by the way. I was fine. Alright guys, first game of Lulu in about 2 years. Haven't played it since I played Pro, so I can't press E on the... Oh, this is watered. That's annoying. So I can't manage to press E on the correct target, but my brain's working. I'm outsmarting the guy. I'm one-shotting the Rakan, basically. I'm going to top damage this game. That's my goal. Alright, let's go for double lamp tome, like an absolute manly man. We're going to manly man Lulu with the double lamp tome. And I'm going to see what happens here. So, most likely I'm going to walk mid out of base because Rakan won't go bot because there's no ADCs in lane. But if Sivir fast pushes, which he is, I'm actually going to detour bot and see if I get there in time to hold the wave or chase out the recall. Do I get there in time? Not quite, sadly. But I do need to be here to get the XP. Losing cannon would be too much lost XP, which I need to get XP because I need to max my W ability on this champion. Nice. And we can build up a nice slow push here. Now, Rakan's definitely roaming. I'm going to call it out, but there's not really much for him to do right now. Like, we got a ward mid. It's pretty pushed in. So I don't feel pressured to match this roam. We should be fine. Plus, I don't want to lose XP anyway, but I'm just going to set off vision in the bush. No need to know where I am, so... See. Now, wait till this minion dies, and I can sneak into this bush without them knowing I'm here still, so I'm still just staying off vision just to make it harder. Oh. He shielded my polymorph. Now, their jungler's obviously here, so no playing up in the tower. We know their jungler's here because he's not defending his own red buff, so... And we've got nothing else to do. We know they've got no ward. I sweep anyway, just in case, because our life's on the line, but... Yep, there's Kiana. She has no shield against my polymorph, so I can play crazy aggressive right now. There we go. Just hit her while she's polymorphed. She can't trade back. Meta flows up, so I want to look for Q again. Every time that meta flows up, we're looking for Qs. Really good. Oh, kind of feeding him health. Now you should recall now, Yanara. Be a very good time for you to recall, my friend. It seems she can't figure out how to recall. Why are we here, my dude? Go home. We're getting Void Grub's top lane. That means that the only thing the enemy can do is try and gank us. So you just finish your recall, and I'll hold the wave if they push it in. Let's see. If they don't push the wave in, I'll finish my recall. If they do, I'll cancel. Seems like they're not, so I will finish. And now I can come back on the map. So he doesn't have wards unlocked yet, which means there's only one to find. I'm guessing it's here. But that means he's about to recall soon once he figures out that he should have recalled here while everyone was in base and he has no wards. Which is really, really good news, because now that Rakan's in base, I can get on the map first, I can push the wave in and get level 6, and then I can probably move up and take full vision and from there track his ward placements. Okay, this guy's calling me a noob for some reason. No idea why. Okay. What the fuck? This guy's got his own delusion, that's fine. I can't quite get more damage. That's right. There we go, got my 6. This guy's a psychopath and just never wants to buy wards ever again. Okay, look, I thought in my mind that the enemy might be in our bot side jungle, but I knew that it was just too stupid of a fucking play and they would literally all die if they tried it. And I was like, there's no shot they're actually doing it, right? Turns out they are. Well, the enemy team wanted to die for some reason. Yeah, I can get him, don't worry. Just had to wait for my move speed boost to kick in. There we go, and we pop a recall fast, no wasting time. Honestly, guys, I don't think you guys realize how much gold the enemy team on their jungle and support were holding right there. I saw them walk into our bot side, but I assumed he was just recalling because they were holding combined over 2k gold right there. I've been tracking their last recall. Watch Rakan's inventory just light the fuck up. He goes from Ruby Cloth. He's going to buy 1,000 gold worth of items and get ward replacement, so I really didn't expect him to overstay. But alas, he did. That's fine. Well, we go play bot side. Rakan's a little bit faster out of base than me here, so I can't be too over Aegis. Like, I can walk in a little bit shallow, but I can't go too deep. So, crazy shit's happening mid. My ADC's playing towards top side instead of the bot side where he should be, so he's getting caught out for it. Okay, we take that. Good job, boys. Now, let's keep on it. We're playing bot side. I don't know why my team's in the top side for some reason, but we want to bridge down to the dragon in 30 seconds. And since I got no teammates mid, that means I stay a lot closer to bot lane on this sequence, right? I'm the bodyguard between mid and bot lane. Since the guy mid lane is in base, that means I hover the guy bot lane. And when this guy runs at me, I just act as a human ward and scare him off and keep my cog more safe. Now, since we know they're here, I'm going to move back closer to mid because now my ADC is back on the map. And going into the contested in this neutral, I can either contest it through mid or through bot lane. If I know that my 4-0 release is on the side of mid, that means I should contest it through mid. And then we can bridge down to the Cogmore rather than originating with him. So let's walk down here. I'm just going to keep waiting for my Elise. And I'm not scared to face check here because if they full combo me, I won't die. And then it'll be wasted damage on me entirely. Warden here. Now we should win this really hard once our ADC decides to come over here. Once he figures it out. I just need to save Polymorph of Kiana. Ah, I tried to interrupt him, but wasn't quite quick enough. That's fine. Hey, we take those. Good job. And time for a super fast recall, as always, after a sequence ends. I think this is wrapped up. I don't think that it's a good idea to overstay with how bad we need a recall, plus the enemy team's recalling anyway. So this would be a mistake to cancel my recall here. So we just finish it up, no matter what they're doing. Now, here's a fun one with my first item, guys. Look at what I bought. I bought Australia's. Why did I buy Australia's, right? Because this game, move speed is a valuable stat. Look at the enemy team. They've got Ornalt, and they've got Siveralt. What happens when the enemy pops Orn Siveralt is they want to go forward. So then you tap Shurelya's, and it allows you to outpace the Siveralt and get out of the knock-up of the Ornalt. Makes sense, right? Shurelya's is a really good item to rush in games where there are layered engages or you have a range disparity. So say we had a lot of bruiser melee champions and they had a lot of range champions, it would be really good, or vice versa, which in this case it is kind of the vice versa. We've got 4 range champions and they want to run us down, so let's go the bubble thing, this one. So it makes it really good in this game. Now my teammates delayed their recalls, which I think was bad. Makes me kind of homeless here. Yeah. Should be fine. I'm not going to die here. Should even be able to save my shield for him. Good job, we baited the whole engage. Good stuff. Lulu's all about face tanking as a frontliner, guys. Don't play Lulu scared. Now pop an insta recall because the sequence is over. I'm just going to dump my wards because I don't need them. I'm going to get new ones anyway. And we pop an insta recall. Okay, Ornn's doing some funky stuff. I have no idea what the enemy's trying to do right now, but it's slowing down my recall, so I'm finding it really annoying. Whatever it is, I don't want it. Can I just recall, please? Rather than get involved in this debauchery? What are we Syndra ulting me for? What is going on, guys? I've calculated the numbers. I'm just teasing them. I'm playing frontline Lulu this game. And they keep using absolutely everything on me, and I'm just walking it off like it doesn't matter. Alright, well, Syndra flash ulted me. Dude, even if he kills me, that's not even worth it, because it's completely inconsequential kill. When I would be recalling anyway. Alright, let's head up to the next objective, which is topside. Now, Rakan didn't place any wards last sequence, so there's actually no need to use my sweeper. He hadn't placed any, he was walking in to place wards, which was when I walked in and tanked everything with my face. I thought there was no tower, to be honest, and he could run him down, but there was indeed a tower. Oopsie daisy. So, the most deep wards they have are here. There are no deeper wards because Rakan has never gone deeper on the map. So we should be fine to hold on to the rest of the pinks and stuff, and I can go deeper with my pink after this. And I might have to save most of my wards anyway, because we're about to flip the side of the map we play for and go for the dragon side anyway, so I wouldn't want to waste my wards at this moment. Job. Now, I'm still holding most of my wards. I can't take back the bot side until my Elise comes, because I'm just not strong enough to walk in there. So, if they get bot, it's fine. We can trade with Herald. It's going to be worth anyway. Enemies trying to trade sides of the map against a Rift Herald. Never works. Job, boys. Not a difficult play. Be fine with it. And we can just keep running it up until the enemy finally comes, and then we just kill them all. Save Polymorph for Kiana. She's about the only person who could do anything. Not too bad. It's getting a little bit funky, but it's working. Not too bad. Let's recall fast. Dragon's in 30, so we don't have time to mess around here. We've got to back on the map quickly in order to make it in time. And then we come out like a potato and we shield the boys. What's going on here, boys? My team's just getting involved. Getting shit done. We're winning everywhere. Keep going, my friend. Keep going. Not too bad. Keep going, my friend. Have fun. You know what? As useless as it is playing Lulu, sometimes it is fun. It's just buffing people and watching them run around like psychos. It never gets old. Hey, not too bad. Rakan could have placed wards. I don't think they're too deep. I think at most they're about here. So I'll just check this area, but it looks like he didn't place any. Nice. So this guy's just allergic to placing wards this game for some reason. And I don't think we need to recall for the most part. I don't think my AD or jungler need to recall, so we can stick it out with them. I'll just babysit this guy until the jungler's back on the map. Don't really like this play that this queen is going for, because they definitely have more members than us right now, but he's doing what he's doing, so fuck it, let's do it. Cool. We just take this, bridge into bot, go for the bot tower. Shouldn't be too hard. So they've obviously got a lot of people mid, so I'm going to preemptively move bot to make sure that Ornn can't push out the next wave. Right? We saw 3 people mid. No point going towards where there is a big group of enemies. Go towards where there's a smaller group. So I'm playing the bodyguard down here to make sure Ornn can't push out. And that'll help my Cogmore move up on the map. And once we get that wave moved up, we can move for this. So we got one more mid wave to do, and then we can move full commit into bot tier 2. So hopefully people understand those pings. So just get the mid wave, and then we can move into the bot tier 2. We'll see. If they try to go for our tier 1, they might just die, though. Oh my god, they are. Okay, they're griefing. We gotta just kill them here, guys. You know, sometimes the enemy team is down 10k gold trying to make their own plays, and you just gotta go teach them that that's not what they're supposed to do. Go get him, my friend. Alright. I feel like I'm not even in the game anymore. It's just a blur. I'm just watching people run around me. Alright, so somehow we're playing topside. This guy's obviously about to drop an Ornn ult middle tops. Job. I can skip this recall. As much as I do have things to buy, it's not really going to make any difference. And I've got literally 4 teammates on the map who I don't want to leave on the map without me. So we skip recalls, of course. Always skip your recalls if you don't need them. And we'll just go hang out with the boys. Really good. And that polymorph's always doing a lot more than the attack speed bonus is, except for some specific circumstances. So you're pretty much always using Lulu W on the enemy up until the point where ADCs go sicko mode, or usually it's at a point where there's not really a threat anymore. You know, once Kiana's used everything, that's when I can throw my W on just to clean up a fight for attack speed, but till then, it's basically something that just stops threats. So get in there, Cogmore. Yeah, this guy's having so much fun. Good job. Alright, well, we just being chilled on Lulu to victory. Oh, I thought she had tower aggro. Rip. Yeah, we got him. We broke the enemy's mental pretty hard already, it seems. I think Elise is the best to buff because she has the highest attack speed and she does a lot of damage with AP build. So she's actually probably better to buff than Cogmore is, especially the Cogmore's build. Yeah, we don't want that actually, true. Alright, time to recall finally. We're due. We're finally due to recall. We're skipping so many, sometimes you got to admit it's time to go. And it's probably just an Ardent Sensor because the gold aligns perfectly with it and there's nothing else I really need. Now, I'm not upgrading shoes because that would block me getting an item. As much as upgraded shoes are the most gold-efficient spending of your money, finishing items is better. So the order of events goes completing an item, tier 2 boots, all components, right? For the majority of boots, every boot's very different. Go watch the YouTube video I made on it if you want to know which boot's the best and what ones to upgrade and when. But that's a general rule that works most of the time. Alright, didn't live long enough to press R. I'm fucking vibing about talking about boots while face checking bushes, killing myself. Don't mind me. It's not a game of Lulu if you don't int at least once, right? It's not a game of Lulu if you don't int at least once. And then the boys, they do the standard. If I kill myself, they're killing themselves too. You love to see it. We love to see it. The solo queue special. If I int once, you have to int as well, because what's better than one person dying is all 5. Oh well, good job team, you're carrying me. I did enough early to be allowed at 1 int. Is it always max W first on Lulu? Most of the time, yes, 95%. So generally the rule is that you can't max W early on at the game, otherwise your laning phase would be atrocious, right? You need the shield and the damage on your E to be big, otherwise your lane is just too weak. So you put points in your E until you don't have to put points into E, and then you max W because W is the best for fighting. So generally, most of the time that translates to 3 points E max W. In some specific matchups that are harder, so say you're versing, a Karma lane who has a lot of poke, you need the shield to negate the poke, you would be more inclined to go 4 or 5 points E and then max W. Sometimes you might even have situations where you're just stomping and you can just do like 2 points W and then max it, whatever. Okay. That's what we're doing. We're exhausting me. Can you leave me the fuck alone, my friend? Does he know there's a tower here? He does, right? Alright, my ADC's inting now. Everyone's inting. My Quinn inted, and so I inted, and so the AD carry inted, and now these guys are engaging 2v4. We're doing the stock standard, where we just can't help but all kill ourselves. 2 sequences in a row just to make the game last longer and be more interesting. Good shit, boys. Good shit. God, dude. Playing Enchanters requires so much skill until the moment you leave lane, and then you just become the most useless thing ever. I mean, not useless, just brainless. Like, Enchanters are the most skill expressionate type of support in the game in laning phase. There's so much to do. Like, you play on a knife's edge and you like maximize this poke in lane. You play like so aggressively and you do so much, and then you just hit the mid game, and if you're doing anything other than just following a guy around and giving him shields, you're fucking trolling. The moment you walk up and try and Lulu Q someone, it's like, shouldn't have done that, idiot. Stand back and shield. It's like, you try and do literally anything other than just be a potato, and you did too much and you're dead now, is literally how it works. Why? Why did my Elise end up in melee range of their entire team? Did she just fucking rappel over the wall into 5 people? And then did I fucking die because of it? Oh my god. Really fucked this the last 3 sequences, boys. Guys, what the fuck are we doing here? Play good 1 sequence, 1 fight, and we win. Okay. We're doing too much here, boys. We're all doing silly things. We just play 1 sequence like a human, and we're fine. Their comp is way better. Absolutely, yes. Their comp is so much better than ours. Ours fucking sucks. Alright, use our brain. Enemy got Baron. That means they're going to recall. If they're in base, it means I can walk into bot side and play swords. Here's the big one, guys. Enemy team just got Baron. Where do I play swords in bot side? In their jungle? No. Because if they have Baron, that means they're winning. And if they're winning, that means they play on our side of the map. Oh, shit. Guys, I just tried to remove my fucking thing up there that was my fucking software that was telling me my stats, and it said to press Alt-R in order to remove it, so I used my Lulu ult on myself, because Alt-R is self-cast. Rip. Okay, that guy's killing himself. Why? But anyway, as I was saying, they've got Baron, which means the game takes place on our side of the map, which means you need wards that are more so on the river and on jungle entrances rather than on the enemy side of the map, which would just be too deep. So let's just sit here and do nothing. Now, the enemy's making a big mistake. They're playing one lane with Baron. They're not using a side lane. Their bot wave's so far away. Their top wave's so far away. They're trying to run up mid in an ARAM. Best case scenario, they get like 1 tower maybe. But they're not going to get more, and for a Baron buff, that's an atrocious result. But look, they're even struggling just to get 1 tower. So, I'll go away, boys. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. You saw him, my friend. You don't need to check with your face. But hey, how much heavy lifting did that ward do? Was the reason that guy didn't die, right? Just chill. They're playing one lane with Baron. Okay. Guys, we're gonna lose this game because y'all are fucking inting. Oh no. We're gonna int for the dragon as well? Alright, I'm down. Let's do it, boys. Let's int for the dragon as well. Dude, everyone just gets hit by everything. I literally do not understand. How are you getting hit by everything all the time, constantly? What is going on, dude? Playing an Enchanter is miserable. I'm just watching everyone fucking kill themselves constantly. And there's... what? I have no agency other than to just support their debauchery. That's alright. Good try, guys. Good try. Oh, God. Look, we're in this position because I entered, like, once or twice, but... what is happening? How is this game going the distance? Okay. Oh my god, I'm the CEO of Missing Cannons. Okay, not too crazy with the depth of vision. They still have Baron, they're still stronger. What you gotta do is figure out what side of the map they're gonna play towards and play entrance towards on those side. Now, because top is the least pushed out lane, it's the one they're most likely to send a side laner to, which means it's probably the side of the map they'll play towards. Also, Baron's next, so they're going top side. So let's place hidden wards in our jungle that they hopefully won't find, and then put up a soft defense in our jungle. So if this Rakan tries to come in here in the wrong way, we kill him. But otherwise, we just do a soft defense on the jungle. Make it hard for them to come in. Kog'Maw's telling me to ward bot side. We're not warding bot side when the enemy is playing top side of the map, my friends. This guy's trying to tell me where to place my wards, but he's wrong, so... you know, you don't listen to him. Best ward I could put would probably be in the realm of here once this thing wins. There we go. Oh, wrong button. That'll tell us when they go top side, and it'll also tell us when they start Baron. But I don't know what the enemy team's doing. It looks like they're doing a whole lot of nothing, so I'll just sneak a recall in. That's fine. So they're always going to clear wards like that are obvious. That's why we're placing wards like this and this that are less likely to get killed by pinks and sweepers that the enemy has. Now, they're stuck playing one lane because they're silly. Shouldn't be doing that. We can literally just sit here and do nothing if the enemy tries to play one lane. You can't win a game with one lane. This guy's doing way too much. Why? Why is he doing that? What the fuck? He just ran into 5 people on Quinn as if he was a fucking Ornn. We lost 3v5. You lost 1v5, I think. Bro, you walked into them 1v5. That wasn't 3v5. My guy's not good at math. He got his numbers wrong. Oh, here we go. God, dude. These people have the worst positioning. How are we kiting into their top jungle? How have we positioned in such a way that we're kiting like this? Instead of like towards our own base? I don't understand, man. I have literally no agency anymore. I'm just a guy who gives shields and complains that my teammates have the worst positioning ever. And just continuously watch them get caught out over and over every sequence. I'm just going to push out the bot wave because fuck, my team's dead. I can't do anything else. So, may as well get the wave shoved out. Jesus Christ, boys. What are we doing here? Alright, got the side wave pushed out a bit. That's going to have to draw some enemies to a side lane, which is good. And then I'm just going to get some sneak wards in the dragon area because that should be what we're playing for next. I think this ward's really good because knowing the Kiana, she's going to try and use the tri-bush to flank us around dragon, so that'll be good. And, you know, we'll see what happens with the Baron, but I know I can't walk into that side of the map without dying, so I'm not going to try. I have redemption in base, but we'll see. Yeah, I can't base for it. They're going to start Baron or something. I'm going to miss something, and at this point, death timers are 50 seconds long, and all the neutrals are less than 50 seconds from spawning, so I'm not allowed to recall, essentially. God, dude, our team comp just sucks. We just have no tank and no engage. It's like, if Elise doesn't hit a cocoon, we're fucked. Can we go to the dragon instead of full clearing our jungle camps, please? Right now is a really important time to do Gromp. Dragons in 20 seconds, we're doing Gromp. Can we play the game, guys? We're recalling right now. Enemy team is starting Baron, 18 seconds till Dragon, and we're recalling. It's a little bit late for that, don't you think? How are you always getting caught, dude? He's so bad. Bro, I have no agency on this fucking champ. Alright, I played one game of Enchanter and I already regret it. Go do anything, please, team. Fucking cocoon backwards. Okay. They're gonna get... What are they doing? What are they doing? They're gonna get all-altered and die. What is this about? This is psychopath shit. What the fuck, guys? I feel like I'm babysitting. I'm just waiting for Ornalt so I can give this guy move speed so he has a chance to dodge it, but he's doing everything he can to fucking die right now. Why are we starting Baron with Quinn dead? We're on Vision starting Baron and our fucking top lane is dead. Alright. Fuck it, let's do it. I have no agency anyway, so... Yeah, this is sick. There's so little I can do. Dude, playing Enchanters fucking sucks. Dude, I can't do anything. All I do is just complain that people's positioning is atrocious and then watch them die. Every fight is the same. Alright. Well, I did a fucking lot early. We'll say that much. Did heaps early. Look, this is a storyline of how much impact I had on the game. I started the game with a very high amount of impact. And then I walked in and killed myself a bunch. And I had a huge amount of impact because I entered twice and completely threw the game. I impacted in a bad way. And then all of a sudden I just had no impact for the rest of the game because it was my 480 carries walking in and killing themselves. This was positive impact. This was negative impact. And this does nothing. Altered yourself instead of Cog. You really think that was the difference maker there? You think I should have altered Cog more and it would have won us that team fight? I'd say the knock-up was pretty useful. I used it for a knock-up. The purpose of the ult was not to give health, it was the knock-up and the slow, you know? I think it was a pretty good ult, in fact. I don't think there was such thing as a good ult in that fight, actually. I think it was a mid-ult. There was no good ult. Enemy is yet again playing one lane, but good for them. They've got Ornn items and a 6-item Sivir and a Dragon Soul, so I don't think it matters anymore. Well, this is fun, isn't it? It is winnable. It is indeed. But you know what the best item is here? This sounds funky. It's actually Zonya. Best item is a Zonya, because I can Zonya's a lot of things. I can Zonya's Rakan comboing me, I can Zonya's Syndra ult, I can Zonya Ornn ult, I can Zonya Kiana combo. And I don't think there's any other item I could build that would give me more survivability than the Zonya's active. And I don't think there's literally any Enchanter item that would make a difference. So we're building a Zonya's, boys. Zonya's actually a really, really good late game item on most Enchanters, just because you hit a point where if you're alive, you're useful. More items don't make a difference. You may as well just have a Zonya and use it well. In higher rank play, I think. I think in lower rank play, it's not. Alright, let's wait for the Ornn ult, and then press Shurelya's and hope my team can dodge. Entire enemy team sitting in that bush right now. Let's leave a mid ward. This guy's gonna kill himself again, isn't he? Strange Ornn ult. Okay, our positioning is wonkedicated as all hell, but fine. I don't know how there's a guy there and a guy there and a guy there and a guy there, but somehow we've run every single direction except down the lane. Everyone, where is my team? Like, they're sieging my base. Look at my minimap. What the fuck am I looking at? Where is my entire team? What the fuck? At least he's flanking them. These guys are split pushing. I'm just standing here. This is my life now. Do something. Yeah, really good positioning, guys. I'll just stand here and watch you all die because, dude, everyone gets hit by everything. Every team fight. Alright, we're not playing Lulu anymore, guys. We are not playing any more Lulu because my top laner will die 12 times and then say it's my fault. Hey, I had a great laning phase though. Shit on them early. Played an insanely impactful early game Lulu. Played an insanely impactful throw mid game Lulu. And then had a whole lot of nothing for a whole lot of time. I don't think anyone gets an honor. I think Yunara gets one. She was inting a lot, but at least she was trying. Let's play a real champion, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this over and play a game of jungle because I have been playing a lot more support recently because I've been enjoying it more, and I think I still do, but I feel like playing a game of jungle just because what's the complete opposite of playing a game of Lulu? Anything else. Anything that does damage, please, for the love of God. Based Quinn, sanest player out there. I think so as well. Hi, Rogue. What's up, man? Welcome, welcome. Play a game with 5 active support items. Dude, I think that's like a whole skill. Like, playing the game with 3 or more active items is like playing a new champion. It's like, it's so hard just to remember which button does what. Why do I have an application called Master Yi? It's a photo. It's a photo of Master Yi's splash art because I used it for a thumbnail or a video graphic or something. Don't think too hard, you know? You're rocket sciencing your brain right there, but the answer's right in front of you. Ivan Jungle? No. That was fun to watch. That was torture to play. Don't call it fun. My desktop gets you frustrated. Why does my desktop get you frustrated? It's not even that unorganized. Here are the folders, here are the league clients, and here's everything else. What's so unorganized about that? I think it's beautiful. Australia, but 2:50 PM. You live in the US. What? No. Incorrect on all fronts. I mean, you're right about the Australian front, but no, I live in Europe. I don't know how you messed up the US time zone that bad, because in the US, it would be Eastern time, it would be 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. And West Coast would be like 7 or something, I think. Around about, give or take. Have I stopped Filter Challenger? Not really. I think I just am enjoying playing more so at higher ranked accounts. The main thing I was doing with the Filter Challenger was getting content for different kind of videos that I was getting an editor to work on. So these are all the videos that I got an external editor to help me make. So I basically gave them directions in a script and oversaw the whole thing, and then they just did the grunt work editing it. And I made a couple videos. One sec, let me restart my pen app so I can actually circle them. And it was mainly get content for that because I wanted to get content for that wasn't just my main 2 roles. So this one, this one, this one, these 4 are the ones that I made. So if you look at the views, it's not really that high compared to what I'm used to getting. And I think this goes back to what I was saying before I started that game, which is that I have an audience that's very broad in the sense that it's all League players. So if I make a guide for AD carry, what happens is a huge portion of my audience doesn't click on it because they're not AD carry main, so they don't care. And thus, YouTube looks at it and says, wow, this guy's own audience doesn't even care about his videos. Let's just not recommend them. And thus, I end up with videos that get like average 20 or 30k views when, you know, I can realistically get 100k views pretty easily on one of my own videos if I try. So I think what I'm doing now is kind of trying to figure out the formula for how to make those. It's difficult to do, is to explain. Like, I originally wanted to make a stream highlight type thing. Then I realized that it still needs to look like one of my videos. So then it's a mix. But again, the main thing is that it implements stream stuff and teaches all the roles. But it's just hard to figure out the formula. So I basically haven't made one of those videos for 3 weeks because I'm just trying to figure out how to do it exactly. And once I figure it out, I'll probably do more Filter Challenger. And in the meantime, I'm happy just making my ego feel better by making my main account go up in rank. User going down because desktop users using adblock stopped counting towards view numbers a month ago. Really? What? Holy shit, is that a thing? That's actually crazy if so. Second channel for non-coaching stuff. I thought about that. Like, I thought about the second channel idea. I even made one, but didn't post anything. So I don't really know. I don't really know how I feel about that. Alright, well, when in doubt, pick Jarvan. Just blind pick Jarvan. Can't go wrong with that, can you? Let's pick all this. And we'll see what we get. Oh, fucking Nunu play up. Oh, it's just like my latest video where the Nunu does blue buff triple gank and then still is not behind an XP. Should collab with other content creators so you get their audience? Yeah, maybe. I thought about that, but like the thing is, how do I make a video that features someone else with some sustenance, you know? I can't figure out how, is the thing. Like, there's not many. Like, the only one I could think of is, like, I don't know, I make a video and I have a bunch of tips to teach, and then one of the tips is this cool thing you can do with mid lane, and then I go, and to quickly give a bit more of an explanation, let me throw it over to this guy, and then he has, like, a 1-minute interjection in my video. That could be okay, but I don't know exactly how to do it, I guess. Again, everything that is a good idea, I've probably thought of it. I'm just trying to figure out how to make it happen better, I guess. VOD channel could also be poggers. I mean, don't the VODs just go on my main channel, just in the live section? The last video we learned about XP comeback mechanics. Yeah, look, I knew about XP comeback mechanics, but I didn't know how ridiculous it was. I knew it was ridiculous, but I didn't know it was that ridiculous. And you know what makes me so happy is, do you know how I found that Nunu player thing? I just went like this. I went like Nunu Mastery. And then you go to this website and it has a graph of Nunu Mastery players. And I just went like, I don't know, fucking EU West. And then I scrolled here until I found a guy that was like Iron. So you just go down the list until you find a, here you go, Silver 1, that'll do. And then you just open this guy's match history, and then you just start opening replays at random of this like random Silver Nunu player. And he's just some random Silver Nunu one trick. And of course, like every Silver Nunu one trick is deranged. They just do nothing but spam gank. And so I think it was the first replay I opened. It was not hard to find. Like, for comparison, today I spent an hour trying to find a clip of something and I gave up. And so I just don't have a good example for what I wanted to show, which sucks. Whatever. I just went and recreated in practice tool. It doesn't look as good, but it's fine. But that one I found instantly. Alright. Let's see what we got. What do we think about the comps? Well, here's the main takeaways. First thing to note is I got a top laner with no TP. That requires attention. Bot lane matchup, we win very, very hard. We double out range, we double out push, and we definitely win 3v3s bot side. So here's everything to take in. I am much stronger early because of my keystone, so I win 1v1. Top lane is pretty contested, but we should also win. He's got a stronger keystone, plus Darius is a lane bully. So I think I win here, we win here. We definitely win bot lane as well. Mid lane is 0 vs Victor. It's honestly 50-50, but it's pretty irrelevant. So I'm in this kind of weird position where top is vulnerable, and so I'm incentivized to go protect him and play for him. But bot lane's also vulnerable and winning, so same thing. So I could go either direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the side of the map that I'm on be the deciding factor in what my plan is. So the main thing that matters when invading is side lane prio, not mid lane prio. Side lane prio matters a lot more. So since both my side laners have prio, the best thing to do would probably just plan an invade. I win jungle 1v1, and both side laners have prio, so why not invade? Hell yeah. So would love to get a ward in their jungle if my teammates help me. This guy's saying a good day to me. It's very nice of him. So there you go. That should give me a bit of an indicator about where he is and what he's doing. Oh, shit, there's a cat. An absolute inting cat. An absolutely inting cat. We take those, boys. Yuumi has a pink ward level 1. Fire enough. And I'll see if I can start in here and take this. Why not? They've got a cat with no summoner spells, so it shouldn't be too hard to start in their jungle. And I do just want to play for a win con to eat all this guy's camps if he ever tries to play the game. So if he's any good, he'll go into my top jungle. That ward on his raptors will tell me if he's gone in there or not. But since we're ending up in a position where we might be on a split map, it means I need to take care of all of his camps. I can't leave any camps in here because I have to assume he's not going to do the same to me either. Okay, so he doesn't know that I start in his jungle, so now what I do is I just make sure that I get everything. His guys are pinging for a dive. I don't think it's a good idea. It's pretty hard to dive. And I've basically got a 3-quadrant secured here as long as I just put my head down and do camps. So he has nothing to farm. He will be spam ganking. If my team just doesn't die to the ganks, we get massively ahead because I just get 3 quadrants. So he's 100% going to be ganking in this area right now. He's got nothing else he could possibly be doing. He's going to gank mid. There it is. There's no fucking universe this guy dies to that after all the things I did to prevent that. These guys are actually flaming me when it's 3 minutes in the game and I've done nothing but hit a jungle camp. They wanted me to tower dive when I've got a 3-quadrant secure. So we just ignore them. I'm getting absurdly far ahead here. There's not much more I can do than this. I'm already getting a 3-quadrant. That's going to put me really far ahead, make me very happy. And I'm just playing to get myself really far ahead, and then I can help my team a little bit later on. So just chill out, boys. No dumb stuff. Just allow me to do my camps. Don't die to all the ganks, please. And as long as Nunu doesn't get too many free kills Uber Eats delivered to him, I'm going to be absurdly far ahead just because I've got so many more camps than him. Really good. I have a crab after. Can't complain here. And he only got 1 kill, which is honestly a pretty good result, considering all things. And if this is gankable, I'll try, but otherwise I'll just do my crab and move on with my life. Okay, Nunu's doing more ganks, so his top jungle's exposed here, so I might even move in and try and take his respawning camps. These should all be spawning soon, so this is up in a couple seconds. His golem's just spawned, so I'm going to make sure to take as much as I can. I should be able to get this before he gets back here in time. And I'm going to be hyper farming like crazy this game. Jax is doing a little bit too much trying to hit this tower, so definitely could be a little gank opportunity on the way. And we'll just look to stop his recall if I can. So he's probably in the first bush. That's where I'd recall. So we'll throw a flag at him and see if it's good enough to stop him. Not quite, but that's fine. It's on my way to my recall anyway. So what do I build this game? I'm going to build a cool... Nah, it's a little bit too much. I'm going to be jumping into 10 people. So what we do is buy a crap ton of longswords. Can't go wrong with the 4 longsword item buy. And I've got double his CS right now. So obviously we've got to convert that into something. I can't just say I got double his CS and then complain when I lose the game. Obviously that's not good enough. So now's when we put it to work. He's got no items. I've got 4 longswords. It's probably time to gank and to take camps and to start neutrals. Am I right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to gank and take camps and start neutrals. So I should have bought a sweeping lens there. I fucked up by not buying it. Alright. How unlucky is that? Absolutely unfortunate. That's the 4 longsword advantage. Sometimes 4 longswords is all you need. Okay. Well, fair enough to that guy. Oh, shit. So unlucky. There's probably a universe where I get that Zerath kill, to be honest. What I didn't want is for him to stun me in tower range, but I think if I just take the stun and just move on with my life, it probably works out fine anyway. But I don't know. Oh well. No need to dwell. So they're going to crash this wave in time. Not much I can do about that, but what I can do is take the dragon for free while they're in base. So enemy bot lane just got kills. Next thing they're going to do is recall. While they're in base, we take neutral objective. Shouldn't be too hard. I know that I still have a pretty big item lead because of my farm advantage, and I know that Nunu can't be level 6 yet because he just doesn't have enough camps in the game to be able to have that. So let's cash it in for a neutral and start the winning the game process. This is fun. Love doing solo dragons. And everyone dies to a gank 5 seconds before I get there, every time. This guy's spam pinging FF because he dies to every gank, which is just absolutely my fault, of course. Oh my god, man, I can't. Come on, man. Can we please play the game, team? I literally don't have any teammates. Like, what the fuck is my team doing this game? I'm so miserable. My bot lane's getting out-rotated by the fucking Yuumi lane. They're calling for tower dive. They're dying to ganks when I have 3 quadrant. My Victor's spam pinging FF on repeat. I feel bad for my Darius out of everyone because he had to play on split map and then watch his bot lane lose lane anyway. Oh, it's a fucking sad day. I spent the whole early game spam farming to get ahead, and then nothing happened from it because my 2 plays went to shit. Well, how's that? My whole lead is just gone. Okay. It's one of those. Well, I've got to make stuff happen before people give up on life in FF, so let's just flip a gank mid, even though Nunu Yumi are probably here, and we'll see if it works. We'll see if this guy walks up and dies. Okay. Well, if Nunu's in the area, he's running to this, so that means I'm running to it too. Hey, good job, team. I can have some faith in my Darius, I think. He seems okay. Good news is we're getting every neutral, and in my experience, if you get every neutral, you most of the time win the game. The kills don't actually matter these days. The kills before 25 minutes are basically fucking meaningless in my eyes, because they don't actually lead to anything. It's only the kills that lead to neutrals that matter. And currently, I'm getting all the neutrals, so we'll call that a success. I'm going to try kill this guy since we see 2 top. I know that it's not being counted. Okay. Has flash every time. The standard. Nice, we take those. Got my assist. Happy days for me. Alright. Oh, what a weird game. I mean, I got camps to do right here. I don't need to recall. I don't know why I'm recalling. I got nothing to recall for. I may as well just do camps. Oh, God. Alright, let's clear down to the dragon. So this is a pretty easy one, guys. Here's a fun question. How long is a death timer right now? We're 11 minutes in the game. If you die, how long would you be dead for? I'm going to have a guess and say about 20 seconds. Maybe 25. Let's say 25. Alright, look at the dragon spawn timer. 1 minute 30. When that number says 25, I want to look for kills. Pretty easy concept, right? If you get a kill and the death timer cascades into a neutral, it helps you get the neutral. And that neutral would be objective bounty. So let's fucking get it. Not objective bounty, but feat of strength. So I'm going to hit camps until that number says 30. Then I'm going to walk into a position where fighting may happen, and I'm going to look for a fight. And see if I can cascade the death timers. Now, getting close to an item, I am going to pop a recall just because I have the item. It's going to be weird, but I'm going to sell my shoes. But the reason I'm not taking an extra camp in order to get the item without my shoes is because I don't want to overstay that timer, right? If a death timer is 25 seconds, I need to be on the map when that says 25, so I need to get out of base now. So these deaths, meaningless, right? My bot lane dies, that's their fault, but they spawn in time for the neutral anyway. They're coming up 10 seconds before the neutral, so they'll have enough time to respawn and get on the map. Meanwhile, the enemy bot lane, who just got a double kill, don't they need to recall? And there's a dragon spawning in 20 seconds? So if you think about it, the Vel'Koz who died is actually getting on the map before the enemy bot lane, since the enemy bot lane, of course they got a lot, but they're in need of a recall now. So I'm just going to jack this wave because it's fucking mine. And now, while the enemy bot lane's basing, I can come out with my Vel'Koz fresh off base, and we can hunt for kills while they're in base. So come on, team. They haven't recalled. They haven't recalled. This is really good time to fight. If we're ever going to get the shutdown, it's right now when they haven't based. So, obviously I can't outsmart a Nunu. This guy is griefing it a little bit. Where is my entire team? And nothing works. We're too scared to fight the enemy when... But their bot lane's in base. Their bot lane's in base. Their bot lane's in base, boys. Why are we so scared? People don't see things. It's crazy. No flash. Yes, no flash. Yes, no flash, please. Thank you. Good job. We got 2 shutdowns. Why am I so confident to fight? Their bot lane's in base. Why is no one else noticing this? It's such an important piece of information, yet no one in the game is paying attention to it. So, good news is, guys, every time you lose a sequence, you generally win the next sequence as long as you capitalize. Because when the enemy team recalls, you're on the map first. And when you're on the map first, you get the initiative to go for some plays, which is what we did. Happy days. Now, this is all getting a little bit out of hand, and I didn't really want to gank top lane here, but I don't think I have enough health for this. But hey, good little sequence. I think we should have killed them all at dragon, but that's fine. We'll just win afterwards. We'll get the bot tower and we'll get a bunch more. We'll carry as much as we can. I'm going to skip the boots just because we're already lacking damage. And I think if I start buying defensive items, we're probably not going to have enough damage to kill the enemy, considering how far behind my teammates are. So I'm gonna skip the boots in favor of buying some damage items, and then we'll buy the boots a little bit later. Actually, I'm trolling. I don't have tier 1s. Alright, I'm trolling. I should have bought tier 1 boots. Never mind. My bad, guys. I thought I had tier 1 boots and I was just skipping the tier 2s. I should have bought a tier 1 instead of a glowing moat. Oh well. Alright, let's hit some camps, get my level 10, have my ult up with level 10, and then we can look for plays with that. I'm gonna mute this guy because he's just talking to himself the whole game. I don't really care. Alright, so big moment here. We've got our top lane pushed in, which means our Victor can move down river, which means we have more side laners than them. So, let's wait and see. That's really what you want to play for in the mid game. Oh shit, this guy's flying in. Alright. We've got a Zeri problem this game, guys. Look, I've got no boots, so I'm not very fast at traveling around the map. But I will try anyway. I tried to surprise him. You gotta try for plays like that. Hopefully he comes up and face checks me and I get the one shot with Victor, but he sadly did not commit fully and I did not get the one shot with the Victor. I don't feel good about this neutral contest. It doesn't look good. Yeah, it really doesn't look good. I don't like it. Okay. I don't love it, but this is a bit weird, but we'll try, boys. Alright, we'll take it. Alright, well, we won the game, so I don't know why I was saying I don't like it. Good job, boys. We'll take it. Fuck it, we'll take it. Enemies definitely griefing, though. I don't know how the hell my Darius got in range to hook the Zeri, but props to him. Alright, so recall quick. What's a death timer? I would say probably 30 seconds. Dragon's in 45. That means I don't have free time. I still don't have boots. It's fine, guys. We're playing no boots Java in this game. We don't need boots. I have EQ. And I would really like to just get my level 11 before this fight. Get that little stat bonus and get that extra rank in my ulti. So usually I would be happy to skip camps right now just because if I leave my Vel'Koz alone and he dies, he'll be dead for the neutral spawn. But I'm going to take a small risk here just because it gives me level 11. It's worth a lot to try for it. There we go. Then I'll go in. Alright, the risk panned out. Nothing bad happened. Holy shit. How annoying is Zeri Yuumi, by the way? Alright, let me get this crab for a health pack. You guys do that. I'm getting my health pack over here. Thank you. Now let's do this while they've got no ults. Oh shit, they're still coming? Alright, get him, boys. We put him in the cage. Sacrificial lamb Suicide in and put him in the cage. You guys want it. I'm really sad to have died there, though, because if I live and keep the Rift Herald, we kind of kill them all. But alas, sometimes you've just got to die for it. Question is, what pair of boots do I buy? We've got a quadra kill. Why are we FFing? Guys? I don't know, man. I'll never know. What pair of shoes do I get here, chat? I think swiftness boots are actually the best, which is a very weird option for Jarvan. But I think it's just a pair of lucidity boots. I think that's usually how it works. If you can't decide on a pair of boots to buy between the two defensive boots, you just buy lucidity boots. There we go. Oh, what? Oh my god, auto buy is actually just hell. I clicked this twice, and I was 1 gold short, and I bought 2 glowing motes instead of the upgrade. Why? Why does that exist, man? Why is that in the game? I obviously want lucidity boots, not 2 glowing motes. Riot, please, remove this feature. It's not a good feature. Oh, God. Don't you just love to see it? Alright, let's kill this. That'll give me level 12. And then we can just quite simply hunt for kills. That will again cascade into the neutral. My Vel'Koz is trying to do a lot for a potato. I don't know what he's trying to do. It's too much. Whatever it is, it's too much. Now, they've definitely got wards here, because Yuumi was just here, my friends, so you probably don't want to stand there. And they're probably going to go to Atacon, so... I'm just going to place the Herald. That'll hopefully make them think a little bit more about not doing the Atacon. And then that will work in the background while I Fortnite dance the Atacon against the enemy here. Now, they definitely see me coming. And I'm versing Nunu, so I can't outsmite him. It's just not possible. It's not going to be possible, is it, boys? It's just not possible. I don't know, man. Like, giving Atacon is just never an option. Atacon gives you too much, but trying is just a 100% failure rate, so I don't know what the fuck to do there. I should probably just let it go and fight after, but it's a massive loss no matter what I do. Just my fucking Vel'Koz got caught. My Darius' bot with no TP. Ah, guys. What are we doing here? Alright, what do I buy? To be honest, kind of a weird one, but I feel like I need magic resist and I need armor. I need everything. I think the main thing I need, though, is just health and move speed, so I think the item is Deadman's. Weird as that sounds. God, what a game, man. Losing Atacon sucks less than losing the fight. Disagree. Atacon's worth probably 4k gold right now. So, if we give them anything less than about 13 kills, it's worth it. It's worth trying. So, I think my 1 extra death in exchange for the Atacon that is worth 13 kills, keeping in mind if you get it, you also deny 13 kills, it's probably worth trying no matter what. Like, there's a 5% chance I outsmite the Nunu. It's worth trying, but it's never gonna fucking happen, right? So we try. Alright, Darius is just fucking dead. So, not much for me to do other than search for a kill on the other side of the map. Alright, the standard. Can we kill this guy? Dude, I like this Darius. Every time I'm looking over him, he's making good work. Alright. This is just a clown fiesta now. Nothing's happening, guys. Well, I know for a fact they don't have vision in this area now. And since they don't have vision in this area, it means it's abusable. So let's hide in a bush and abuse it. Try and catch someone rotating bot to kill Victor. Thing is, I'm not farming right now, but it's worth it. Hopefully Victor folds into mid here and we can try and engage. Oh shit, here we go. We take those. Okay, we're making magic happen, boys. We're not farming any jungle camps, but we're making magic happen. And magic is more important than raptors. Well, it depends who you ask. Some people would disagree. Alright, my team's going to chase into Zeri and die, so while they do that, I'm just going to push the mid wave. Be sensible. There you go, you can have it, boys. What the fuck, dude? This guy's griefing me. This guy pushed me into a fucking turret. And then 15 seconds before Dragon, these guys get confused, don't know what to do, walk in and die. The standard. It's 15 seconds before Dragon dies, don't do anything, and we're already winning it. Because we had a pick on Xerath, but they walk it and die anyway. Love it. Alright, well, I'm not about to join in to a fight that's a 3v5, so I'm just going to let this guy die. Because it's not winnable, so let's just let him die if he tries, and we'll just do camps while we wait for the boys. Alright, now we hunt again. I got a lot of gold, but it's fine. Like, I don't need to actually spend this 1.6k. It's not that relevant. I don't think it changes the teamfight outcome, and we don't want to miss opportunity here. Please don't base. Please don't base. They're showing people bot lane, and this guy's inting. Possibly. They're going to snowball down mid, and we'll see what we can do. There's obviously vision in this area, guys. They're bumbling over the wards. We hunt. Thing is, it's super hard to engage into anything that's close to a 5v5. Can someone push top? Please, we don't win 5v5. You gotta push top, my friend. We gotta play with some sort of numbers advantage. What the fuck is this, by the way? Alright, a suicide bomb for the Zeri. You guys better win after that. Somehow the enemy just walked in and killed themselves, I guess. I don't know. Dude, the macro is incredible. Everyone just walked up and just stood mid for like 45 seconds, and not a single side laner in the game thought that it might be a good idea to not be mid lane. Oh god. How good is Nunu's Smite take? Is it one of the best in the game? It is the best in the game. His Q does more damage than Smite, and it's true damage, so it can't be reduced. So he literally has over 2 Smites. Of true damage, by the way. You got to keep that in mind. Like, it doesn't get reduced by armor or by the dragon damage reduction buff once you sacked a few dragons. It's just the best, hands down, by a mile. Alright, guys. Let's go to Baron. Please don't let Nunu steal it, because if I lose the Smite, it's Nunu, so I have a very good excuse of why I lost Smite, and you're not allowed to flame me for it. That's the rules. Alright. We just start the fucking thing. Do not let the fucking Nunu near it. Anyone with a sweeper? Anyone at all? Alright. Fucking, he held his E. He was a smart cookie. I was trying to make him wait till he wasted his E, and he just never did. That's good enough. We get the Baron. Oh, sure, Cho'Gath had more? Does Cho'Gath had more than Nunu? Maybe. I don't know. What is happening? Why is my team so bad at taking Baron? Dude, what is going on? What is this Cloud Fiesta? I'm gonna lie, I did kind of bot out in that fight and literally just not press any buttons. Jhin? Zeri? Oh my god, what am I watching? Oh my god, guys. This is a mess. Well, they're getting Baron. And 3v5 against a Nunu, I don't think I have a single percentage chance to steal it. So I'm just going to let him have it. Buy my item and then try and get a pick before the dragon. Try and burn some Baron buffs on the back end of this when they have delayed recalls. There's one of those moments where you don't farm camps. Best thing to do is to send your waves out and to try and get picks and close the clan fiesta and get kills as they're entering the map late. They're never going to expect you to rush their bot side and try and kill them at a point where they've got Baron buff, right? Which was what makes it a good play. So we'll take the Krabby Patty. And we'll reveal that we're here by taking the Krabby Patty. He'll face check anyway, because he's a bot. Burn the Zerial? That's a really good outcome before the fight. This guy's literally going to kill me by getting auto-attacked by the Zeri. Ah, shit. Well, if you guys wondered what happens when Zeri Yuumi goes 4-0 in lane, we now have the answer. Who knew? Apparently, if Zeri Yuumi goes 4-0 in lane, they carry the game pretty hard. Even when he walks into getting one shot 5 times, it doesn't matter. What the fuck are you walking up mid for? Well, look, we're not winning fights front to back against Fed Zeri Yuumi, so we have to get on the back line. Now, here's the tech, guys. They just saw me bot side. They won't expect me to come from top side now, will they? So what we do is we hit them with the loop-de-doop. We come from top side instead. They walk up to the mid wave, hit them from the other angle. Yep, fucking everything's pillaged. Well, they based. They based, so I guess I just sit in a bush. Let them come. Just sit at the tower, do nothing. People are gonna get they're gonna get fearful and they're gonna go crazy and they're gonna try and run in and engage mid. What you do is you just let the enemy come to your tower. And then where I'm standing becomes a flank angle. And if they don't check where I'm standing, I'm behind them. So look, if they want to end the game, they have to hit the tower. If they want to hit the tower, they have to walk up, and they have to walk past me. And where I'm standing is the flank now. Look at this. We get a free pick. We let them make their errors, you know? They got to come to us. Really good. Good job, boys. No need to be too crazy. Got some kills. How happy are we? Full dopamine. Best thing to do would be to push some waves here, boys. I don't think running up mid is going to give us as much as you think. Best thing to do would be to fan out and go to 3 lanes right now, but we can run up mid like potatoes if we want. Yeah, look. Four-manning a lane is not the thing to do when you get kills like this, guys. If we get 1 tower, that's not near as good as pushing out side lanes. Do we have any fucking damage, please? Any? No, we have none. Alright, he's even still got his Anya. I should have just walked top lane. I knew what to do, right? Like, I knew what to do. I knew that when we got a triple kill, the best play is not to ARAM mid and hopefully get 1 tower. It's to push both side lanes, to force the enemy out of base to split up, so that you can get picks on them while they're split up, and then cascade that winning sequence into a win on the following sequence, right? That's by far the best thing to do. But everyone always does the same thing, and they just beeline straight mid like a bunch of potatoes. It's all they want to do every time. Well, you know, that's fine. In the future, I'll do what I would always tell a coaching student to do. I would say fan out, and go top, and push 3 waves, and that's what I should have done. Probably should have just built more damage, to be honest. I don't think tank items are what I need here. I probably should have just gotten shield cut item that gives lethality. Just because we mainly need to kill their backline rather than win front to back right now. So lethality and shield cut would be good for that. So I think I fucked up my build. That's fine. It doesn't mean this is bad per se, it just means it's probably not as good. Alright. Ward here, that's sad. Looks like we're ARMing again, fellas. We're running it back on the ARM move. We're 5 mid and just Fortnite dancing, are we? What's the point of this? Alright, well, I guess we've hit the Fortnite dancing stage of the game, so time to dance, boys. Get the wave, and then it's a little bit difficult, boys, because if it comes down to double neutrals, they've got more dragons than us. It's going to be a bit awkward. Why are we going bot side? Baron's in 10 seconds. You guys confused? Alright, guess we're going bot side. Wait, Victor's recalling? He's got TP though. So he's allowed to recall. They're going to go to Baron if they're any good at the game. They're not though. Let's play it slow. We win through poke. We win through poke. No need to go in. Going in as a bait. Holy shit. This is really hard to follow up. Okay. I mean, look, we'll take it. You fine, Jin? You still going? Crazy, man. Just do the neutral, dude. What are you doing still going in? Chill out, my friend. There we go. And we just run at him so he can't get near it. Get him, Jin. This is a fucking cloud fiesta. Oh my god, dude. How broken is Yuumi as a champion? Yuumi existing in the game has turned Nunu into the most broken champion, even though he's literally a potato. This is just fucking ridiculous. Oh, what is Yuumi, dude? What is Yuumi? Look, all I'll say is my theory to buy Shield Cut was confirmed by what I just witnessed. Oh my god. We are literally losing because there's a Yuumi in the game. And the game hit 40 minutes, so they instantly win because they have a Yuumi at 40 minutes and we have a Vel'Koz. It's a sad reality. God damn it. Zeri vs Jin, indeed. Jesus Christ, man. Please go away. It's alright, Jin pushed out bot lane, so that's good. At least he did that. Let's see if I can sneak into this bush, and if they're really bad at the game, they won't check it, and when they come to siege the bot tower, I'll be in the bush and they'll die. Let's see if we can pull off that incredible move. It's such a stupid play. It literally only works in bronze, but let's try it because there's not many other options. I sit in this bush, and if they don't check it, I EQ them, and maybe we one-shot Zeri, and something good happens after. Very low % chance to work, but we try anyway. Yeah, look. There's not much to do here. There's not much to do. There's no point farming. Just look for opportunities because you're 40 minutes in, so if you get a kill, you can probably end the game off of it. So enemy's not going to go mid, and they're not going to go top unless they show pushing top lane. So chill out mid. There's no point walking up mid. There's literally not even an inhib. They're going to have to go to a side lane to end. So let them go bottom push. Just back. Why are we fighting? Nah, it's not even a skill gap anymore. The guy dashed into our base and just fucking melee range killed me 1v3. So it's not even a skill gap anymore. It's just a champion gap at this point. Zeri's Jeff Bezos? Yeah. Yeah, Zeri is indeed. He's my dad. He's Jeff Bezos. He can, he's playing Ornn and Kog'Maw at the same time. With Soraka healing. Well, it took 40 minutes to answer the question of what happens if Zeri Yuumi wins lane, but we got the answer. There you have it. God. Well, I'll give the Darius an honor, because he tried. He played well. We'll give him that. Props to him. But I'm gonna just have to see if bot lane was diveable, because like, they were calling for a dive. I don't see the angle. Even if it works, I don't think it's worth it, just because I already gained so much by just doing my camps. But the opening sequence of that game should have instantly won us the game, and somehow it lost us the game. So I just need to know what the fuck happened bot lane. So they start with a kill, and the enemy has no summoners, and they wanted to dive here. They wanted to dive here. They're half health with 2 potions, exhaust barrier, flash. We can't dive this. What? they want me to dive this? I have Vel'Koz support, 400 HP, and they have exhaust flash barrier, and they're pinging to dive this, and I got flamed because I didn't tower dive. What the fuck? Okay. And it was this moment where I said, Nunu has no camps, he will gank mid-bot, be careful. And then he fucking flashed in. I don't know, man. Alright. Even jungle's pain, guys. We know it now. We know it again. Sucks this is the first stream I caught. Hey, you made one, man. That's all that matters. You made it to a stream, so props to you for doing that. You can be happy now. Would you say as an ADC main watching support guides... Oh god, English shake. As an ADC main, is watching support guides beneficial even though you don't play support? Yes, because like half of your role is enabling their role. Of course it is. I mean, I think... Okay, here's the thing, right? Is like what supports do in terms of macro in the mid game very directly correlates to what ADCs do, and what they do in terms of macro and roam times in the early game entirely correlates to what you do. I think the roles are like 80% interchangeable for a big capacity of things. So yeah, you should know how support roam timers work because your wave management enables their roam timers. So if you can't do proper wave management around roam timers, then they can't roam, right? What's on Rengar in the current meta? Well, isn't there some Rengar player that's got like a fucking 80-something% win rate in Korean Challenger or something? Like something absurd. I've seen that. I've had a bunch of TikToks about this guy. He's like boot camping there, just destroying things. So definitely just a solo queue pub stomper. The Rengar god. Yeah, Natty Nat? Yeah, Natty Nat. That's who it is. Yeah, I've just seen highlights of him on TikTok. Seems like he's a alright dude. I was Zeri. Did I play good? I like your content. How did you win lane? That's my question. How did you win lane with a Yuumi lane into a Vel'Koz Jhin lane? That is the most unplayable matchup. If you give me that matchup, how do you leave lane 4-0 with that matchup? That is like a 90% lose matchup, like 95% lose matchup, and you were split map on. It's completely unplayable. But somehow you left lane with 4 kills, so I don't know. Nothing after that matters. You left lane 4-0 on Zeri Yumi in the most impossible matchup, so he was tilted and ran it down. You want to know something fun? Is they flamed me because I didn't tower dive you on the second wave crash. they flamed me because I didn't tower dive you when you had flash barrier exhaust up. They wanted me to EQ into the tower, I guess. I don't know what the plan was, but I just said in chat in all caps, do not die, Nunu will gank, he has no camps. And then 10 seconds later, my mid laner died. So I had so much fun that game. I definitely could have played better to win it though, but anyway. I think, Zeri, my friend, you got caught out too many times though. You definitely tanked a lot of Vel'Kozis and Jarvan EQs to the head, but I think by the end of the game, your Yumi was so fed that you could do that and live anyway. So it didn't matter. Why is there a Master Yi on your desktop? This is the... Guys, I've answered these questions 50 billion times. Have you seen Thomas Shen video? I haven't. He was, he used to play in OPL, right? What's his new video? My E-Pow got my stream banned. Dude, this is the most brain rot shit ever. This looks like content for 5-year-olds. Like, that thumbnail? What the fuck is that? This is not my type of content. I can't say I watch Tom and Shen videos. In TikTok? No, I haven't. Thomas Shen TikTok. Wait, he's 87k followers? Jesus Christ. What am I supposed to be watching? Half of this is Valorant. I don't play Valorant. I remember playing Valorant once and I was just overwhelmed, like, what was even happening in my game. There was just meteorites falling from the sky and shit. I was like, alright, this is not Counter-Strike. And then I went back to Counter-Strike. Alright, let's play a game of support, and I'm going to play a champion that has agency in the game, which means I'm probably going to play, like, Bard or Pyke or something. Because I pop off on those champs. I watch all your YouTube stream uploads on your main account while I'm at work. I learned so much from them. Hey, that's cool, man. It's really funny. Like, what do you do for work? Because I have a lot of coaching students. I think, like, easily I have, like, 10 people who say I work as a security guard and I'm, like, a security guard on the night shift at a parking lot or something. And they're like, so basically I go into work at 10 p.m. and I sit in a parking lot and make sure people don't steal cars, which you can imagine means I do fucking nothing. So I sit there with my laptop and I just watch your YouTube videos. and like, I don't know, I'll watch the replay of our coaching session and that's just all I do. I'm like, that's fucking sick, man. You're an accountant? Aren't you supposed to actually be doing something as an accountant? But yeah, I get a lot of people like that. I get a lot of people who, especially in the North American time zone, the time zones don't work out very well. So the only time they can really do is during the workday. So a lot of people will, you know, they will say they're working and just block out for a meeting for an hour, and then they'll take a coaching session and then just pretend that they were in a meeting. So they're like, that their colleagues can't annoy them, and they do a coaching session while at work. I'm not dobbing anyone out. I'm not snitching, but it's very common. Like, pretty much like a weekly occurrence for me. Guilty? There you go. Complete's done it. Complete, you're your own fucking boss now, man. You do your own thing, so you can't complain. Alright. This is looking like a Bard pick. Why not? We'll pick Bard. Bard is going to be so fucking bad into Ziggs if it Ziggs bot lane. Maybe I should have picked Pyke, but that's fine. I just want to play Bard. Like, literally, if I want to climb, all I do is I just pick Rakan Bard alternating every single game, and I would have 1,000 LP in a fucking week. It wouldn't be that hard. Let's go fast this game, and then let's see what's tail. I might go with this. I might change it up, actually. Depends what they pick. If they pick Alistar, I might go Resolve Tree. We will see, actually. I'm a brain surgeon and I watch your videos mid-surgery. It's really good that you take the time to recognize the people with occupations that bring real value to the world, so... like, real value. Brain surgeon is one thing, but I bring people joy in the form of League of Legends coaching videos, so, you know... we're different like that. I've been hard stuck at Plat 1. How can I climb? I play all role. Okay, tip number 1, don't play all roles. Maybe just pick one. Makes your life a whole lot easier. That's already a good piece of advice. Less is better, my friend. You have to learn less things. More practice in an environment you're comfortable in. Smart. Alright. Let's fucking win a game. I'm gonna run around and outroam the hell out of everyone because I have barred into Alistar, and that sounds like a recipe for roaming. Sounds like I gain perma-prio and I can run around and do whatever the fuck I want. Sounds great. I'm an air traffic controller. I watch your videos all the time on the job. Well, I hear that pilots have really good internet now, so if you're a pilot, you should be watching my videos while flying, correct? What matchups Thresh bad into? Anything that outpushes him. The main thing that makes Thresh win lane is that he outpushes you, and because he has a bigger wave than you, he's able to throw out hooks, and he doesn't get punished for missing hooks, because during the cooldown of his hook, you can't capitalize on him because he has a bigger wave than you. And you can't fight into someone with a bigger wave. So any champion that outpushes Thresh is generally good into him. So I think the best one is Karma. You just throw Karma Qs at the wave and you take Prio, and he can't hook minions, and if he ever throws his hook, you can punish him really hard while it's on cooldown. The other option is, I think, like, Pyke is playable into it, and Nautilus into Thresh is very close and skill matchup dependent, but it's something that a lot of people opt into. But it's not a counter, per se. It's pretty close. It's, like, pretty 50-50, but it's a finesse matchup. It's the kind of thing that, like, at a pro level, the finesse matters, but outside of that, it's like, I don't know. Who fucking knows what they're doing? Neither of you, probably. I'm just winning the game level 1 with my bard stuns this game. How about that? Shit, boys. Won't complain. What the fuck's going on here? Enemy team just walked in and died. Okay. Oh, Matey Carry got the double kill. What a happy day to be us. It's pretty nice stuns, I will say. Alrighty. My boy's got a cull. Happy day to be him. So, do they use any sums there, guys? I don't think so. Maybe an ignite, but I didn't see anything. Coach can hit a skill shot? Thanks, guys. I can do it. I'm made for this. Can someone remind me in chat every 1 minute that I have heal instead of ignite this game? Because I always forget. Okay, watch how I use the lane bushes here. I step out, I auto, I step back in. I step out, I auto, I step back in. I auto, I step back in. I auto, I step back in. See how the minions are just ignoring me? Every time I step back in the bush, I just drop creep aggro. See that? They just left me alone. And I step out and I auto and I step back in. This is what you use lane bushes for as support. Use them to drop creep aggro during trades. Right? You step out, you auto, you step in the bush, the creeps lose vision, and they leave you alone. And just like that, you can hit the opponent inside of their wave without taking any damage from minions. Oh, he did a little dodge, did he? What a sneaky fella. What a sneaky little fella. His little dodge. Coach can hit a skill shot. How about that, guys? Now, we don't know where Xin started, so we assume he pathed down. But I would say if he goes for bot crab, he would be making a big mistake. What we should do is we should freeze here. No, 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 no. Why? Why? Don't push. No, no, no. Stop, 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 stop. What the fuck? Why? Why are you pushing? You're literally feeding him minions. This guy's dying in order to clear my pink ward. I don't think that was worth it, Alistar. Even if you live, you just lost literally all of your health. You know that, right? You know you need health? It's pretty important for you. Push the wave instead. This guy has no idea how wave management works. Like, now he's not pushing. This is the moment you want to push in order to reset the wave. Okay, let's just wait. There we go. We walk it off. That bomb wasn't even close to hitting me, by the way. Don't worry about it, guys. And we pop an insta recall. Hey, pretty dominant lane, guys. That lane bush trick went a long way. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slam on a pair of boots because it gives me a nicer item buy. Here's the thing, right? Usually, against something like Alistar that has all-in threat, you wouldn't want to rush boots. You want to rush a Ruby Crystal because you need combat stats. But I would say when we are 4-0 and they're 0-3 and have TP, I don't think I need combat stats to win because we already win because we're up 4 kills. So I'm instead just going to buy boots. I don't need combat power because we already win a fight. So I can instead just buy the boots and have utility. And I can just hit this guy a bunch to be annoying to him. Ruin his day a little bit. And I'll just be a pain in the ass to everyone and their dog. So I'm not going to prioritize XP much this game. Not nearly as much as I usually do. I can have a pretty huge impact by roaming. So I'm going to roam a lot. But also, I don't really need XP that much compared to on some other champs. This guy should be dead for this. Good job, my friend. It's your kill. You can have it. And then we'll tower dive this guy on the double stacked wave. My Silas is pretty good this game. Let's just deal as much damage as I can. This guy should not be trading health with me because he's about to get tower dived, and the worst thing you could possibly do is trade all of your health just before you get tower dived. Makes the tower dive very easy to execute when you don't have any health. Good job. And we'll pop a recall because the sequence is done again. Oh, get out of here, man. You're really going to chase me instead of collecting XP? It's annoying because he's stopping my recall, but it's not worth it. What the fuck, Siva? Worth? Bro fed a shutdown and said worth. What a legend. Shutdown reset. This guy's got rocket science for a brain. Alright, fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Alright, Alistar's right here. Yeah, right place, right time, Alistar. Well, since there's no downside to showing right now, because there's nothing to roam to with both mid laners dead, I am going to take XP. Right? Being off vision has a pretty big benefit, but there is no benefit right now with everyone in base, so... Let's just push this. This is where I collect my XP, and then I roam. And then I roam. Now, I'm going to donate my ward to this guy. Since I'm going to roam, he's going to need it. So let's be nice enough to give him that at least. Alright, we see Alistar bot. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try not to show until Siva has cleared the wave, if I can avoid it. But if crazy stuff's happening, I'll just have to go. Okay, great portal, Jake. Alright, that's hookshot. That's a pretty long cooldown, so it's really good just to walk out and put that on cooldown. And then I can redo the gank in a second. Now, I'm going to just sit off vision, but still in XP range to at least 6. I know Alistar's here, so perfect positioning to counter. There we go, we take those boys. Can't complain, can we? And I like the play. We can go down and dive this guy, honestly. If Alistar tries to follow, he'll die. Otherwise, we can make this Ziggs hate his day. And I'm just going to run around like a psycho. How fun is this? Ziggs walks up to this wave. Here's the pocket you sit in. There we go. Let's run at him. Oh shit, he died? Saving my heal for next game. I'll just let him know. I value your life less than the heal. But it's right. He got executed, can't complain. And what we do for build this game's pretty fun, guys. They have a Ziggs. Ziggs' ult is a giant area of effect circle that does damage. It's very predictable when the damage comes. So what you do is you build Locket and then Redemption. And when the Ziggs ults, you use Locket and you block the whole ult, and then you use Redemption, and it heals all the damage that went through the ult. Pretty easy. Anytime you see big area of effect damage, you just build those two items. You see a Vladimir, you build those two items. Now, Alistar's still level 6, which means he's not capable of diving Melee Carry. And since he's not capable of diving Melee Carry, it means I can roam no matter what the wave state is. There we go. And if Alistar was 6, or the enemy bot lane was stronger, they could trade with a dive onto Melee Carry, but I know they're not capable of doing it because Alistar's still level 5, so I feel pretty confident to do crazy man roads at this point. I want to get this to get level 7, and then we'll look on the next mid wave. Now let's just keep covering all the main intersections of the map. Oh, this is annoying. Okay. Fair enough, dude. What a waste of both our time. So that means his wards are topside. He didn't just unlock that Sightstone either, the warding trinket. He's placed 3 wards. I'll give him a smiley face. So now that I know that Alistar was topside, it means I know that his wards are all on the top side of the map, which means I can confirm it just with a sweeper. But it means they have no idea I'm here. So next midway is probably the one that matters. But the real play we want to go for is a tower dive here. Yeah, so there's Xin Zhao. This guy's getting Alistar in the head. Alistar has to be mid or top right now. So I'm closer to mid. Oh, he went back bot. We would dive mid here. We dive mid. Here's no hook shot. Perfectly timed. Just in time for the KS. Good job, Jake. That's all you do, guys. You play between lanes, you wait till you get the info, you react to the info. What the fuck? This guy in the old chat was not very happy with the roams this game, I think. He's not enjoying getting ganked, that's for sure. I think he said a little bit too much, though, for a guy who's angry at a video game. But that's how you know you succeeded, guys. He's when the enemy mid laner types something like that in the old chat. You know that you got under his skin a little bit. I should have already recalled. I shouldn't be here anymore. Should have recalled a while ago. Now, yeah, I should have already recalled a while ago. I don't know why I got mind controlled by my team into staying there. It's fine. Alright, let's keep a track of where Alistar goes. He walks out with 3 wards. Ward number 1 went right here. And from just watching where he goes, we're going to figure out where the wards are placed. Shouldn't be too hard, guys. Okay. Okay. Looks like he's not getting much of a chance to go place wards. So let's go clear the one he did place. This is a bit weird, guys. What's going on here? Okay. Well, I was going to try and make a fun thing where I tracked Alistar's wards, but all he did was walk out of base and die, so I guess we can't do that, can we? Oh, I almost got the two-man stun there. That would have been a nice one. My whole team just died, by the way. What's going on here, guys? Alright, let's just call it quits. No more inting. We inted enough. I don't need to double down an int. Good news is my shoes are about to activate, guys. I'm about to unlock my run fast shoes. Alright, so what do we play for now? So the enemy team hasn't recalled yet. They're actually super delayed on the map. Now, where's Alistar put wards? He's placed 2 wards. He hasn't unlocked that yet, so yeah, he's placed 2 wards. They're both on bot side somewhere. And he hasn't gone very deep, so I'm going to assume that 1 ward's in this area and 1 ward's in that area. That ward highlights the first one, so what I'm going to do is start my sweeper here. There they are. Found them both. They're in the same spot. Okay, this is a new ward, actually. And then the other ward that was missing is the one over here that we just saw. So those should be the 3 wards that were missing. We found them all, boys. So Alistar's going to go to base now, which is why I'm super confident to run into their jungle like this. And as soon as someone shows up mid, I want to be in position in order to capitalize by engaging bot or engaging mid. So I'm assuming this guy's alone because I know the enemy team's recalled because they have super delayed recalls. There's the Alistar. Now that I see Alistar bot, I want to swing into mid and get ready to make a play mid because I know I out-rotate him. Xin Zhao's a bit annoying. Yeah, you know, be like that, guys. It's fine. Enemy team's inting a little bit here, I would say. They're trying to do a little bit too much onto the full tank bard. Oh, good try. I just want the assist. Thanks, guys. Got it. And we insta-recall because my sequence is done now. Good job. Got onto the map for the next one. No need to waste time. And with the fat portal out of base because it's a cool move. Let's do it. And next sequence is actually going towards the dragon. So what I'm probably going to do... I already have wards on bot side. And where's their vision? I know where their vision is, actually. They don't have any wards on bot side because I've tracked every ward of the last sequence. All of his wards, he placed them all. They're all in this area. He's heading bot side out of base. He's got 4 wards. So since last sequence his wards went bot side, in this sequence he moved bot side out of base, it means all of his wards are on bot side, obviously. So I know they have no idea that I'm here. So on this next mid wave, I'm going to have a nice little opportunity to make a play. So this is a little bit counterintuitive because I'm going opposite objective, but I'm doing it to dodge vision because I know where the vision is. And on this mid wave, I might have a play, and if not, I can just swing into the dragon. Here we go. Let me catch this guy out because of my vision play. How cool was that, guys? Pretty smart little play. How many wards he plays? There's 2 more wards I need to find. He's only been shallow, so I'm guessing any wards deeper than this I don't care about. So he's been placing wards in this area, which is too deep. You don't want to be placing wards that deep in his situation. So I'm going to let those wards live because we're going to be pushed into their jungle soon anyway, so I don't care about them. And the only ward I care about is the 1 ward that he currently has remaining, which he's putting somewhere shallow into my top side right now. So they're in here somewhere. I can't check any further. I don't want to face check and die, but they're in here somewhere. Found him. Zoning ult, by the way. Zoning ult. Made him turn around. Now my Sivir catches up. Sometimes they don't have to hit in order to be effective, am I right? Sometimes they do their job regardless of if they hit or not. There we go. It got him killed. It also got 2 of my teammates killed, apparently. Alright, well, if half my team's dead, what does that mean, guys? It means there's nothing I can do on the map. What do you do when there's nothing to do on the map? You press recall. You buy your items. You get on the map onto next sequence. You press tab. You find next objective is Atacon. Atacon is topside. You move topside. I know Alistar placed 1 ward. I'm guessing the one ward he placed last sequence is in this area, so as I move out of base, I'm going to move that way so that I don't cross the area where I think the ward most likely is. I'm inferring that based on where I saw him. So now that I'm dodging that, they're not going to think that I'm in this area because I didn't go across the ward that led there, through the route that led there. So now Action's pushing out top. He doesn't know I'm here. I get the ward to spot on that guy. Now in team play, I wouldn't continue the play, but because it's solo queue, I know he didn't communicate to the Action. Action doesn't think it's possible for me to be here, so I'm going to camp my pretty little booty in a bush. He's going to start recall right next to me, and Agent 007 Bard is going to ruin his day. Oh, how sad is this guy, by the way? How cool of a play was that? What we're going to do, guys, after this game, we're going to open the VOD review, we're going to check the wards, and we're going to see if there's a ward that I dodged by walking the way I walked. Rocket science. Alright, now this is what you call vibing. This is not intelligent play. This is just having fun. And it is fun. Oh, I almost won it. Oh well, good try. Alright, let's do the VOD review, guys. Let's see if I was right about that, that ward I dodged. Because that guy's got to be so mad about what just happened to him. That was a pretty good game. You know, I play games like that and I wonder why I ever pick Lulu. Why do I ever pick Lulu when I can just do that every game? It's way more fun. Alright, let's see that final sequence. You guys see that ward placement right there that I'm walking around? Exactly where I said it would be. And so from the enemy's POV, they're thinking that it's impossible. They would have seen someone path out of base like this, but in reality, I've just pathed out of base in that route in order to dodge the ward that I saw get placed last sequence, right? This is what the bonus of ward tracking is, which I think is the most underutilized skill. Just replay everything I saw from the previous sequence. Because there's like a chain of 2 insane sequences here. Right, this one I come out of base. I see Alistar bot lane. He's placed 2 wards. So I go down here, I pop my sweeper, and I find the 2 wards. Now I know on this sequence is all his wards went bot side, and so I run here, I place my own vision. And off of the back of these wards, I see Alistar come out of base. He's only placed wards down in this area. He has 2 wards. And so this whole sequence takes place on bot side. So yet again, for the last 2 sequences, he's only been on the bot side of the map. So now on the following sequence out of base, he's only been bot side the last 2 sequences, and he's walking out of bot side this sequence, which means there's no vision on the top side of the map. And since there's no vision on the top side of the map, it leads to this really cool play where I can just come at mid from the most unexpected side opposite the objective in order to catch the Ziggs out because I know he has no vision. Now here's the thing yet again, guys. Alistar has been bot on 3 sequences, which means there's no wards on top side. But he currently has 1 ward in his inventory. Now, using our vision, watch where he goes and try and guess where that ward was placed. He still has the ward. Okay, we don't see him. The next time we see him, he comes from here. He's missing the ward. Where is the ward? He was here, he had the ward. He disappeared somewhere between the realm of here and here. Where is the ward? The ward's right there. So, on the following sequence out of base, I know where the ward is. Since I know where the ward is, I can intentionally leave it, dodge the ward, take the long way around, and ruin this guy's day because he just doesn't expect me to be there because he has vision. How about that, baby? That guy's got to be fuming. That's why you got to be tracking wards, guys. It's the most underused skill in the game, I think. I might dedicate a whole video to it at some point because it's a cool one, right? Someone added me. I'm guessing it's that guy. I don't know. Hell yeah. Too much aura, they surrendered. Yeah, you got to admit, when I was in the base at the end, it was pretty fun. Excellent showcase, Mr. Rogue. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Rogue. That was fun. Bard's one of my favorites, so Why not? Thanks, man. Could he have watered the bush close to the base? He could have. It's an educated guess. So, you know, when it's an educated guess, why not? You tried to add me, Neurosan? Is that who I'm talking to right now? He loves my videos. What a nice guy. Hell yeah. I do my best to make good videos. They're pretty good. I'm a fantastic teacher. Thank you, man. I'm happy I streamed today, guys, because God, I was just not feeling it today. Like, I'll show you guys the video I finished up today. So, like, I finished last week. The video had, I think, about 7 minutes of it done. So it had about 7 minutes of done, and today I went and added about another 6 minutes, and that's put it to a point where it's finished. It's this. I think it's a pretty cool video concept. It's definitely not... It's not going to go viral, right? I don't think this video hits 200k, but I think it definitely does average at a minimum, right? I don't think it's like... It's not like the last one. The last one everyone would watch, and I don't think everyone wants to watch this. But it's a good enough concept that most people do. So, pretty safely, I think it'll do well. Like, if you were to ask me if you had a sponsor who was going to pay you based on views, what video you would put it on, I wouldn't feel bad putting it on that video, because I know that video will do well. So I think it's good. But, yeah, I finished that video, and it was time to start on the next one, and I just couldn't wrap my brain around... Dude, I wrote voiceover, and then I was like... realized that I would have to speak, and I was like, oh no, I can't. I'm not recording voiceover right now. It's too much effort. And then I spent an hour working, and at the end of the hour, I'd done so little, and I was like, all right, this is just inefficient. As soon as it's inefficient, I don't want to work anymore. Let's go stream. Love videos like that? Yeah, they're good. I think I from what I see is like I've worked out there are two formulas on YouTube, right? You either make a video that is like 11 things you don't know, 5 must know this, the top 10 tips in this, the history of these weird things, like a list video where what you just learned is not really cohesive with the next thing in the sense of like, here's a really cool tip that'll help you climb. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. The last one has nothing to do with the next one. That's one. And those always do well. A video like that will always do minimum average or better. And then the second type of video is a video that is like, it teaches you something, and it's like more of a storyline, I guess. So what's a good example? Fuck, I don't know. I mean, a lot of my videos that are old for me. This one, the TP video. This is like, it has a subject matter. It's about TP. Here are all the ways you should be using TP. And we learn about this, and then this, and this, and it's a continuation. Those videos, in my mind, are more of a wild card. Like, they might do not great, but they might do absurd. It's such a varying range, so I'm always scared to put sponsors on those videos, because if it's an incentive-based sponsorship, I stress too much. Because, like, it's either going to do 200k views, or it's going to die at 30 and I'm going to cry. Like, there's no in between. Holy shit, look at that champions, man. I have to play Rakan. I have to play Rakan. Like, we need something that can peel, but that also is playable into Pike. It has to be Rakan. Like, I need something that can make my Jinx not die against 50 assassins and is good into Pike. And what you want, the biggest counter to what they have is Exhaust. And so what you want to do is play a champion that can take Cosmic Insight. So that you can go Exhaust, Lucidity Boost, Cosmic Insight, and have Exhaust up for every team fight. That is the actual counter to what they're doing. So that's why I pick Rakan. Rakan is really good at building Cosmic Insight, and he loves Lucidity Boots, and he loves Exhaust, so you build it. So we're going Rakan, baby. You got heals and shields against assassins. You've got absolutely guaranteed crowd control. Name something Zed hates more than pressing ult and then seeing a Rakan pop his ult and stand on top of the guy that you're ulting, because you know that when you come out, you're just going to get charmed. Is Rakan good into Pike? I wouldn't say good, but I wouldn't say bad. I would say it's fine. Like, he's going to do slightly better than me early because it's Pike, but what happens is he hooks, and then I jump to my ADC, and I'm fine. The end. That's the whole matchup. He hooks, I jump to my ADC, it's fine. I can't do anything to win against him, but I can nullify him. And if I'm nullifying him and then getting to a teamfight stage and I'm playing Rakan with Exhaust, I'm 10 times more useful than he is. And compositionally, I have a team with a lot of champions who follow up, an ADC who needs peel, and a bunch of divers. So what we need is engage and peel. Rakan is engage and peel. It is just like the most insane Rakan pick I've ever seen in my life. It completely saved our draft, to be honest. I think if I pick a different champion, it's... You just need very reliable crowd control into assassins, or a shit ton of shields, and Rakan is both. I don't think there's a support with more reliable crowd control than Rakan, to be honest. You could say Nautilus because the ult sticks to them, but Nautilus ult can be dodged and it takes too long, right? If I'm getting Z ulted, I don't want my Nautilus to ult and then the knock-up gets there in 3 seconds. I want help now. I want a Rakan who, like, flies to me and taps R and guaranteed gets a stun, right? So we'll see. This is definitely a lane that is slightly harder in the beginning and then just gets easier with time. Like, honestly, we're not supposed to win lane. If we go even in lane, we're stoked. This is a compositional pick, which at higher ranks is way more important than matchups. Is Rel not good here? It's okay. I think Rel's fine, but it's not as reliable again, is the thing. It's like... Rel only really has one time she can go in and stun people, but Rakan has ult and W and exhaust, and to fill the gap in between, he has Guardian, Shield, and Heal, right? I can W in and still have ult to stop the Z, but on a Rel, if I go in, there's nothing left and the Z can counter-engage, right? Alright, so we say ops the minions. This is one of the matchups we don't contest lane bush in. We instead ward the lane bush. I can't contest the lane bush because I need to stay opposite of Pyke by using the wave as a wall. So what we do is we avoid the enemy and we play for push through auto attacks instead of contesting lane bush, which is why I have to dedicate my ward, because you always have to have vision in the bush so that he can't position aggressively. So let's play for push. Should be a nice knock-up. Good little trade, we'll take it. Now, we kind of want to just get this in and let the wave bounce, so we can be a little bit safer. There we go. Very nice. And that's going to hard reset. Now, in a perfect world, Jinx was ward right now, but it's not too pressing. I don't think Dinah skips. So let's re-establish push. I'm re-establishing push because our jungler's pathing bot. And when your jungler paths bot, you want prio because you help him for crab. So now I have Guardian and passive up, so I'm not afraid to W in if I see an opportunity to. Okay, there goes the Guardian. Rip. Now, I'm only ever going to W in if they waste something, or if Jinx is in range to follow. Or both, preferably. Oh, not the worst. Now, we kill off at least 3 melees to get level 3 before we try anything. Ideally, the cannon as well. Level 3 advantage, plus they waste hook. Can't do both of those things, guys. It's too much. I'm just going to flash in as soon as I see it. And we get an insanely good trade. And we burn their flash and ignite, I think it was. I'm going to drop a ward because Diana's just finishing clear. And I need to hover for crab, but it looks like he's actually pathed to topside. Really good. And Diana is top, just as we confirmed. So we need to make sure to try and get a recall here, because they're about to flip sides of the map we're playing towards. The best thing to do would be Jinx to crush this wave and recall right now, and I would stay to hold the wave. Could be I can hold. But I don't think she's figuring it out. Okay, this works too. I guess their jungler overstayed, and so we're not flipping sides of the map until a little bit later. Perfect. Why is Viego question marking me? I literally played it perfectly, dude. I don't know what more you want me to do. Other than what I literally just did. Oh, it shouldn't be hit. What? Oh, it is coming in. True. My ADC is so smart. The wave's coming in. We don't need to push. What a clever boy. Alright, let's recall. And I can afford both boots and a cloth armor, which is really nice because normally you'd have to buy a ruby crystal in this matchup instead of boots. But with a 600 gold base, you can get cloth armor, which is pretty comparable to a ruby crystal. So it allows you to justify getting the boots as well, which is super nice. Whereas if you had 700 gold base, the correct thing to buy would most likely be cloth armor ruby crystal, which would just make you have depression because then you don't get to get your boots. But I got to get everything I wanted, so I'm stoked. Really nice. This guy's no flash. Let's walk up. He should be dead here if Jinx just keeps attacking. Alright. I think my Jinx misplayed that pretty majorly. She has flash up still. And she wasn't hitting Kai'Sa for some reason. She switched to Pyke. I don't know why she did that, but she misplayed that pretty majorly. I don't think I can do much more there. That's alright, I'm going to stay here just because the XP needs to go to somebody. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the melees, because they give the most gold, and then I'll just start recall now. I don't want to delay my recall in order to take caster minions, because I don't give much gold, and I'm getting the XP of the caster minions while I recall anyway. This way, the Pyke doesn't get unmatched roams. He's already faster than me getting out of base, so he's already going to get on the map slightly quicker than me. So I don't want to exasperate that, right? He'll probably get to mid 3 seconds faster than me, but if I delay recall to take the casters there, he's getting there 10 seconds faster. And that's going to matter a lot, because we got double level 6 on the mid laners here. Plus a potential contest going on at the crab. Good thing I sped up that recall, boys. Got here before him, in fact, because of it. And in time for this contest too. Really nice. Now, it's gone quite well. Now, I need to prioritize XP, so it is indeed time to head back bot lane, since I'm not needed anywhere else for a while, but as I re-enter, I'm just going to do my best to go off vision. We'll take this. Wave's coming to us, which means I don't want to leave the fruit for them. And there's no downside onto just sitting in the lane bush rather than standing on vision where they can see me, so I'll do exactly that. Yeah, a little bit awkward. Honestly, I thought it was hooking me, and I think she did too. Oh, there's a Zed here. Alright, we'll see. I might actually skill my E here, just because I'm not going to get 2 rotations of my W, and if they tower dive us, shield is going to be worth a lot more than my W. So I'm going to hold my spell, and if they tower dive us, 2 points in E is going to actually be the best thing we can have. Let's pot up early. Let's see if they do dive us. They're not. Alright, I pot it for nothing. But I can go ahead and skill my W now that we're not getting dived. Oh, I need to back ping here. Pyke's mid, Pyke's mid, Pyke's mid. Watch out. So what we're going to do to end Pyke's roam timer, we've got to get this wave in. He's getting an unmatched roam right now, which I'm not a fan of. Because Void Grubs drop soon, and what I want to do is I want to leech XP. I want to leech XP for 6 before anything crazy happens. So let me give a drive-by to mid. Try and leech some XP for level 6 and just... Obviously, Pyke can only attack mid here, so the place that I need to cover is closer to mid than bot lane, of course. Nice, not bad. A little bit strange that we're trading sides here, but fuck it. Nice, we take that. What? He wants me to flash there? Does he realize that if I flash W, the only thing that changes is that I lose my flash? Because he obviously reacted by flashing, right? So if I was to flash W, wouldn't he just flash? And now we both don't have flash rather than him not having flash? Because now I have flash advantage. Isn't this already a massive win? People... Dude, this guy's doing everything to flame me, even though every time he's interacted with me, I've played it completely perfectly in every way. And he's still trying to find ways to flame. That's just someone who needs a mute. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, we have flash advantage now, so that's good. So what we'll do is we'll head back bot lane. We'll re-enter the lane through the lane bush since we know there's no wards in the lane bush. And I'll just jump to Jinx and potentially flash on the Kai'Sa. She is kind of hard to kill because she can ult away, but I think if we burn his health and ult, it's worth my flash anyway. So as long as Jinx can get traps down, it's worth a try. Walk up, walk up, walk up. You took too long, my friend. You took too long to use your spell. That's right, it was good enough anyway. This guy was not understanding my plan, what I was putting down, but we mind controlled him into doing what I wanted. Now, no need to use Sweeper. Pyke hasn't placed a ward yet. He also has 2 pinks, which means he's always going to place one and try. So I'm not warding Tribush because he'll always put a pink in there. And I'm not using Sweeper because he hasn't placed a ward yet. This is the easy stuff with vision play that you need to pay attention to, guys. Don't go wasting sweepers on wards that don't exist, and don't go placing wards right in front of a Tribush when you know the enemy's going to pink it because he's rocking 2 pinks and a sweeper, right? We'll go get some solo XP instead. Now he placed 1 ward and 1 pink. Guys, where's... Oh, back. Oh, this guy's inting it. Well, he's a lost cause. So, question is, guys, where are the wards? There's a pink place and a ward place. The ward's there because he TP'd to it and the pink's there. Now they're rotating back to mid. Let's catch him on the rotate. Zed's going to face check right into us. Here he is. Zed didn't understand the plane, so he gave it away, but that's okay. He still has to rotate back to mid. We can cut him off. Huge play. There we go. Now let me guess. The Viego's probably flaming me for that one anyway, even though I played it perfect. Alright, good stuff. Pop a recall instantly because the sequence is over. No need to overstay when the sequence is done. And we'll move on to the next one, boys. Ah, perfect gold for a locket. Happy days. How good is that? Moving on. Now here's the thing, guys. Remember from last sequences, where were the wards that Pyke placed? He currently died with 3 wards, which means he placed 1. Where was the ward? There is a pink ward in this bush, we identified that, and there's a green ward right here because we identified that. If those 2 wards are the only wards they have, it means I can path out a base like this and they won't see me coming. So now I have guaranteed info that they don't know that I'm here. I can start playing the space between lanes. Now this guy looks to get a little bit caught out, it seems. You okay, Jinx, my friend? Doing okay, buddy? Doing what I can to try and save you, my friend, but you're trying to battle a little bit too hard. So those are where the wards are. Just ping them out to him so he knows they're there. Oh, this works. Good stuff. That'll do. And I should be fine to go clear the pink ward now. There's a ward there. There's a guy right here. Hi, Zed. So let me guess, pink ward. Good thing I didn't post the ward earlier, because I predicted he would put a pink there. Now that ward only has 30 seconds remaining, so I'm not going to waste a sweeper on it. And this is the only ward they have on bot. Pyke placed 1 ward on top side, because he's showing top lane right now, I can tell. And so I know there's no wards on bot side, so I can still play it. Now the play here is very simple. We go for a tower dive. We see a guy top, we see 2 mid. We know that the person bot lane is going to be undefended, so what we do is we play a proxy ward. And if someone heads over that ward, we know to move into position to dive. So let's just hold the positioning. And when someone comes back to lane, we'll just kill them. Here we go. That'll do it. Really good stuff. And here comes Pyke face checking. He has absolutely no vision right now, so let's just dodge him. Place 1 ward there. Now, I don't want him to see me. Did he place a ward there, guys? I don't think so. Close. Didn't quite get enough hits in. There's his 1 ward. Now, this sequence is over. We got Dragon, we got bot tower, we got kills. So what we do is we press B, move on to next sequence. Now, Pyke is actually first on the map here, which means he gets initiative on a play, and if he's any good, he'll rush our top side, because he knows we have no wards there, and he'll place wards, and I'll have to go find them. But we'll see how well he uses that. If he's any good at the game, I'm going to have to find wards, and it's going to be hard to spot. But let's just keep an eye on how many he places, and we'll go from there. Lee? Get in there, buddy. Get in there. Good job, boys. Alright, still haven't gained vision of Pike, so it's hard to tell how many wards he's placed until I spot him. So the good thing he's doing... Oh, he recalled. Here's what you do, guys. You place a ward in front of him. And I was going to say it procs his Umbral Glaive, but it turns out his Umbral Glaive isn't ready, so... I guess it makes him waste a sweeper? Question mark? Let's see if he wants to place a ward in front of me, though. Oh, I'm moving. Come to me. Come to me, my friend. That's what we want. Not a bad play. Wait, what? What are you so scared of, man? You got passive reset. Why are we not tower diving? Oh shit, there's a Zed behind us. What do we do? Wait for the Zed ult? I could have W'd, but... didn't like the looks of it. I'm saving W for Zed ult here. Alright, Zed never ulted. Saving it for nothing. And I'm just going to pop a recall here, because yet again, this sequence is over, boys. So we move on to the next one. What a banger game this one is. Let's get shoe upgrade. Let's get that. Let's get that. She got executed? Wait, what? Really? Alright, guys, question. Who knows where the wards are that Pike has placed? Who wants to tell me? Here's a hint. He has 4 wards right now. There are no wards. The only ward on the map is the pink ward right there. It's the only ward on the entire map. So I can go anywhere I want and do anything I want. Alright, here we go. We swing mid. Straight mid. Straight mid. If they're TPing and showing 2 bot, what we do is we move mid where we have numbers advantage. They're showing 2 bot. We have numbers advantage mid. Engage mid. Pretty easy answer. Here we go. Get in there, boys. Ah, we missed the engage. Bad luck. Sometimes it happens, guys. Sometimes we miss the engage. Alright, you guys want to see the tech? Where's Pike? Where is he? Pike has Umbral Glaive. Where is he? I want to find him. Okay, we'll just kill this guy. This is a pretty one-sided game. Okay, you want to see the tech, guys? Pike has Umbral Glaive. Come here. Come here, Pike. Show yourself. There you go. That's a gift for you. Why is this guy's Umbral Glaive never up? You know why it's never up? It's because I place so many wards that it's constantly on cooldown. I'm trying to show the cool tech where you break his Umbral Glaive by donating him a ward, and I can't do it because the guy never has it up. Because I've got too many wards down. Ah, I missed. My bad. Did my best, boys. Save W for the Z ult. Yeah, not bad. What are we doing here, Pike? What the fuck was that about? That's why you play Rakan into Assassins. Because my Jinx gets 2 E shields, a Q heal, a Locket, and a Guardian. And Exhaust. If you want something against an Assassins, it's all of those things I just listed. Ah, no counterplay for you, Vayne. Alright, my team wasn't ready. They weren't quite as aggressive as me, it seems. They weren't ready for my pure unbridled aggression. Oh, this isn't... Oh, it's fine. Good job, boys. Bit of a crazy one, but we got it. What do I build last? Probably an Ardent. Since I can apply it to everyone with Redemption and lock it now. Oh. Good job, boys. I think we carried this one pretty hard. As I said, if I wanted to hit 1,000 LP Challenger in a week, I would play Bard Rakan every fucking game, and it would not be that hard. These champions have so much agency in solo queue. And it plays so well to my strengths as a player. You like to see it. Alright, can we demonstrate the tech, guys? I want to demonstrate the tech. We got to wait for this Pike to spawn. And then we got to give him a ward. But there's probably wards all through his base that'll proc his Umbral. Let's see. He's gonna fucking hit this ward, isn't he? 100%. He's gonna hit this ward, he's gonna proc it. Oh, blue buff. I like blue buff. Alright. I guess they're letting us have the Nexus. What is happening? Alright, GG. That was a banger game. Oh, well. That is the story of my life, guys. No honor for Viego, because even when I played things perfectly, he still tried to figure out a way to flame me. Like, there's not much more I can do, buddy. Yeah, not bad. Well, that might do me there, guys, because we've got to end on a happy note, because if I play one more game and I go 0-10, I will spend the rest of the day in a shitty mood, and when my girlfriend gets home, she will be very upset because she matches my emotions, and so if I'm in a bad mood because of League, I'll make her in a bad mood, and it'll be a mess. And since I popped off this game, I'm in an amazing mood, and I'd rather be in an amazing mood for the rest of my night. So that's a pretty good reason to finish it up there. What I'll do is I'll chill out for 5 minutes, answer some questions, because I know that I neglect you guys while I'm in game, so feel free to ask away. We'll answer some questions, and then we'll leave it there. Do you ever play pro game with against the host of the BBC podcast? Okay, first of all, none of those people you mentioned play any pro games. They used to. I used to play in the Pro League against them. We played in the Oceanic Pro League. Curtis was the... I mean, Sharp, like, what do they even call themselves now? I don't know. Rippy was the player, and then later a manager for Direwolves, and Curtis was the... or Sharp, I don't know what they call themselves, was the owner and manager. Well, manager and owner of the same team. So I played against them in the Pro Leagues, but never on the same team, actually. But not anymore. I don't play any these days. Would Bard and Rakan be good champs to climb to Diamond? Yeah, anything is. I think that... I think my biggest strength is tempo play and vision play and creativity. I think those are the three things I do well. And so if you give me champions that have a lot of move speed, it does those three things insanely well. So it works really well for me, and I think that as far as playing support, those are the three things that allow you to have the most impact, is like tempo play and roaming, and vision play. So those can be done on everything, but even better on running fast champions. I think Bard is one of the best. Bard is better than Rakan, but they're all really good. When you were talking about there only being one ward on the map because Pyke had 4 charges, how did you know there were no trinket wards used? Well, I don't, right? But statistically speaking, it's a fucking insanely low chance, right? There's, like, just go to a random point in the map in the mid game, and what you're going to notice is there's probably 2 people on the enemy team with trinket wards. One of them is on the other side of the map, and so, like, the chances of someone placing, like, look, like, I'm saying there's only one ward on the map, but look, they have 3 sweepers, a blue trinket, and a second blue trinket. So, like, I'm 100% sure they don't have trinkets. But if you go to this point in the game, there are 2 people who could place wards. One of them is top lane, so of course he's not warding our jungle. So the only person that might place a ward is Kai'Sa, and the only place she would ever place a ward is anything within, like, this radius, because she can't really go further. So there is, like, a 10% chance that there might be a ward here, and if she did place a ward here, there's a 50% chance that someone pinged it. So, like, when I say there's no wards on the map, there is, like, a 3% chance that there might be a ward here that hasn't been pinged, is what that means. Like, statistically speaking, there's one guy who could maybe place a trinket ward, potentially. It's not really something to worry about that much. If you end up in a bad situation because of it, just remember the other 50 times you ended up in a good situation because he didn't, right? Play the statistics. Is it better for you mental to end on a win or just quit League entirely? Depends how good you are, man. If you win every game. I play elite support. Yeah, that's good. Good to OTP for climbing. It's the best thing to do. I think the best thing for climbing is a champion pool of about 2 to 3 champions. Make sure you have a blind pick, and make sure you have just what I think is like 2 champions that are good against contrary things. So say I'm a top laner, and I play my 2 champions are Kled and Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser is an AP champion that is very good into short-range enemy team comps. Kled is an AD champion that is good into long-range enemy team comps. Makes for a good champion pool, because they're kind of good against opposite things. Or if I'm a mid laner, and I love to play, I don't know, fucking Ahri. I don't know, like Syndra. I love playing Syndra. Syndra is a really good pick, but what sucks playing Syndra is when I verse a bunch of assassins that try and murder me, so therefore my second champion is Lissandra. So when I verse assassins, I play Lissandra, and when I verse non-assassins, I play Syndra. And you have opposite champion pools in that sense. Which is kind of what you get with the Bard Rakan champion pool, to be honest. How do you respond to the rumors about how you would not make Challenger if Rakan and Bard were removed from the game? Fuck, you got me. I mean, I'm not going to lie, the only reason I got Challenger when I bootcamped in Korea was because I played Rakan every game. My profile had a 70% win rate on Rakan, and I think like 60% of my games were on Rakan. It was insane. You think about one-tricking Jace mid? Yeah, it's fine, but Jace is a hard champion. You have to be good at it. Oh, God. You need me to Challenger? Never. All right, guys, I'm going to have to leave it at that because my brain's exploding and I need to finish my workday eventually. But I'm glad I got to answer some questions and have some fun with you all. That's fun. Best thing about this stream, guys, I filmed a shit ton of clips for my YouTube shorts and my TikToks. So I'm going to go schedule some uploads and make some more shorts. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll have fun. I'll chat to you later. Hope you learned some things. And yeah, I guess next video is on Saturday. So I might stream later this week. We'll see. Have fun. See you guys.